Boom, boom, kaboom. Welcome to the room. Another Tuesday night and another episode. 33, as a matter of fact, of Gaming After Dark. I'm your host, Mr. Boom, boom, kaboom. It's Newf, Nukem in the room. We're going to have a dynamite show for you. There's a lot to talk about, so I'm not going to keep the intros overly long here, but let's bring in the panel in just a second. Shout out to the chat. You guys are the real OGs. You know who you are. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, share, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. It is greatly appreciated, as always. And just got to put something out there very clear. I'm going to have a pretty well zero tolerance for any bullshit that goes on in my chat moving forward. Not that I've ever had a lot of it, but, I've been taking a couple of shots off the wall, especially on the X app the last couple of days over a few opinions. Again, you don't always have to agree with what I say, but, when you claim to be a friend of mine and you fucking come out there and call me a piece of fucking shit, yeah, that's the kind of shit, you know what? I got no fucking time for it. And you're calling me a fucking fraud. Well, thanks for having my back, you cocksucking fucking twat waffle. So, yeah. So anyway, in the meantime, I will fucking move right along and bring in the goddamn panel here because we are getting ready to lay it down. We're going to lay down some good stuff, some bad stuff, and every fucking thing in between. That's right. Nukem is literally ready to go fucking nuclear in this one. So buckle on your fucking seatbelts and let's fucking go. Let's do it. Most F-bombs coming out of this fucking podcast in the first 5 minutes. Fuck you, YouTube, you fucking cock-bunching fucking piece of shit fucking platform. Let's roll. Let's do this. Let's bring in some loudmouth from the south. Let's bring in the GameComplainers. Perry.
What the fuck is going on out there? What's going on, everyone?
Yeah, I'm a little angry. Oilers lost last night, too. Got their ass fucking kicked. Goddamn sons of bitches. Man. Yeah. So we ready to go, baby. We ready to go.
I'm ready.
Let's do it. All right. Let's bring in the next person on the panel. Let's bring in the Red Menace himself. Mr. ProtoFoxy is fucking ready to howl.
What up? What up? We're already dropping F-bombs here in the first 30 seconds of the show, so let me join the fucking club already. How y'all fucking doing, chat? Do you know where your mom is at? I know where she is. It's episode Dirty 33 of Gaming After Dark. Let's do it.
Your mom tried to say hi to everybody, but unfortunately she can't with a mouthful of cock.
Exactly. All of a sudden you just hear coming out from the back.
All right. I told you this one's getting wild. Let's rock and roll, bringing in Sir X-Man.
Atomic news. Atomic news. Fuck you, Twitter X. Fuck you, Twitter X. Let's go.
Right now, we're already on a record for the most fucks in the first 2 minutes of this podcast. It's gonna be wild.
No, I'll add on. I'll be a South Park. Fuck, fuckity, fuck.
Scarface ain't got shit on us.
Say hello to my little friends. We better bring in Rebecca HAWT before shit rolls off the hill here. Let's go.
Woo! What's going on, boys? What's going on, chat? It's another Tuesday night, and I don't really know where my mom is, but I can tell you where your dad is, and I'll let you know when I'm done with him so you can pick him up. Let's fucking go, baby!
There you go.
That did not sound right at all.
Frank! Fucking Frank is in the building. Fucking Frank! This new goddamn gamer tag. Fucking Frank. Go, buddy. What's happening, man? Good to see you guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. Talos Ray in the house. As always, he looks like he's already having a good start. We got Dizzy Telta, my good brother from another mother, up here in the great white north of Canada. What's happening, brother? It's good to see you. We got the It guy, because he is it. He is the wicked shit. Yeah, baby, let's go. Yeah, we're off to a good start. Yeah, there you go. And like I say, if you're not down with me, and you're not down with my panel, you're not down with this podcast, I got 2 fucking words for you. Let's do it, HAWT. Sucker! Sucker! Come on, you got to time that right, boys. Let's go. Sucker! Yeah, this is not the X-Logo you see in all the showcases. It's sucker! Right?
Well, I got 2 words for you.
And all you fraud fucking Xbox podcasters out there fucking still preaching the gospel like it fucking went up your ass and fucking laid eggs in your brain. Fuck you all, you and your fraud ass opinions.
Oh my God. You down with GAD? Yeah, you know me. You down with GAD? Yeah, you know me.
Stop defending a company that sold us all down the fucking river, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
down the fucking river.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one. Me and Proto, the only one here that's Xbox for life, y'all. Just letting y'all know.
Well, at the rate they're going, is Xbox with a fucking afterlife.
Yeah,
they're about 6 months away from being full on Sega here.
Yeah.
Sega.
Oh, all right, guys. Awesome. Been a crazy busy week. Before we jump into the main two topics, I just want to get a couple of quick opinions because it's out in the wild now. It's finally in stores. It's ready to go. One of the biggest console entertainment launches in history happens to be the Nintendo Switch 2. I was able to get one. I wasn't even sure I was going to get one, but I managed to walk straight into my Best Buy Express and I grabbed one off the shelf. It's fucking fantastic. There you go. Perry's got one in his hands right now. The Switch 2, baby. So I want to know from the guys on the panel, which would be Perry, Your Wicked Hot, and myself, obviously, what's your guys' first initial impressions of the Switch 2?
Perry, you want to take it away?
I guess I'm going to go have and whip mine out too. You guys take it away. Perry, you just give us
Whoa. Let me get the tape measure. Let me get the tape measure for whipping them out.
Whoa. Hey, we got the Switch 2. We had a Switch 2 party at the shop this weekend. It was fantastic. Mario Kart is fun. We've been playing that online. We've been playing it in person. It's just an awesome game. We've been having fun with this thing, man. I don't know about you guys. I know You're Wicked Hot. You got it. I don't know what you think.
Oh, man. Okay, so right here, this is the one from my cousin. It's not even opened yet. What a piece of shit.
Oh, shit.
This one is Wild Bates'. What's up, baby? I got you right here. And I got the physical of the Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I got to get me that Pro controller, man, definitely.
But, bro, my first initial reaction, so I got it delivered Thursday morning at 7 o'clock by Walmart. And I get my 2 boxes, and there's a bag on top. And I'm like, what is this extra bag? But I don't question it. Because if it's an extra accessory for some damn reason they messed up, I'm just going away. I'm walking away, locking the door.
Walmart.
I opened it up to my surprise, and I got a Coca-Cola, and I got pizza Pringles. So I guess I got lucky. Some people got, like, orange, fusion, whatever.
I got
Coca-Cola.
orange Coca-Cola and onion Pringles, sour cream and onion Pringles.
Oh, wow.
I got blessed. I
actually sold the soda at my shop. I put it in the fridge.
But dude, after I got that, I'm a weirdo. I went to the midnight release just so I could pick up my Cyberpunk, but I was watching you the whole time, Perry. People probably like, this kid's laughing about, and I'm just.
We were on the line with Review Tech USA, by the way. We're at the Poughkeepsie Best Buy. Bro, we pull up and we see Rich sitting there like Shang Tsung in the fucking courtyard.
That Japan hates Xbox?
Did he bring a bag of cucumbers with him?
He was number 3 in line, by the way.
Wow. Wait a minute. They didn't give him one because he's a high celebrity YouTuber? What?
Bro, no one gives a fuck about that guy. Frank sees him all the time.
He was giving mouth hugs around back just to get early access.
Back to trying to sell off a bag. He was back to trying to sell off a bag of used cucumbers.
Bro, should have driven by through at him. Dude, he kept getting up though, going to his car. I don't know what the hell was going on. And then at the end, whatever chair he was using, it looked like a big black toilet seat, like when he was like bringing it back to his car.
He's just letting off these Nukem pots and they're just ripping holes in it. Oh god!
Nice. Oh, it sounded like one of them little seats, right? Where
I'll tell you. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story really quick about him. I'm being on the line. So Frank and my wife had to go to the pre-order line, which was right by where he was sitting. And he's sitting there, and a little spider crawled on his shoulder, and some lady next to him was like, "Excuse me, you got a spider on your shoulder?" And he goes, "Oh."
Oh, did he bitch out?
He ran out of line.
That's how you can confirm this story, by the way, because nobody would know that.
Now back to what he was sitting on. Sound like one of them thick seats, small seats that you take when you go fishing on the lake or something like that.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Well,
apparently Boogie's mad because he got more hits on fucking a pitcher. Somebody took him sitting in the line in his fucking chair. then he gets on half his channels half the time for his videos.
I know.
Well,
It's like,
Boogie's
I
a
can't believe
big
I got
boy.
fucking more hits on a picture of me sitting in a fucking chair than I get on my videos.
They probably was freaking out that you was able to sit in a chair without it breaking.
Hey, look, he actually does defy gravity once in a while.
Oh,
Wow.
remember Shallow Sal when the girl that he thought was skinny and stuff was actually a real big girl, and he said,
Oh, Shell,
Oh, Shallow Hell,
You
yeah.
said Shallon style. I was like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
kind of movie? Is that?
Nobody's a Shallon Monk or a Shallow How? What the fuck's this
Yeah,
guy
Shallow
drinking?
Hal. I couldn't remember the name, but it
Oh.
wasn't. You know.
We got Wu Tang in here now.
Yeah, right.
Wu Tang, Wu Chang, Wu Bang.
Ain't none to fuck with.
Liu Kang.
Oh my god.
I'll just say, look, real quick. Like I said, I'm lucky I got a Switch. It's awesome. I honestly wasn't 100% intent on getting it, but you know how it goes, right? FOMO kicked in, and they have one in the store. Said, fuck it. You know what? I'll go ahead.
How
and
much
get
did it cost you in Canada?
Well, here in Canada, it was $7.99. Sorry.
Ooh, we.
When you got home with it, did your wife kick your ass?
Nah, she supports my hobby.
Okay.
But yeah,
She was okay.
I picked one up. Obviously, I'm glad I got one. It's pretty cool. I've already had a blast with it. I mean, me and Perry and Frank and Piggles, and then we were playing, Super Mario Kart, the Mario Kart World there a couple of days ago. We had an absolute blast. Like that game alone, is almost worth the price of admission. It's just amazing, right? And the build quality of this console is really good. The screen is nice. It's big. The controllers feel a lot better. A little bit more weight to them. I like the magnetic side of the thing. I think they clip on a little bit nicer than they did in the past. I don't feel quite so wonky. Yeah, so my initial impressions are really good. Sure, the launch lineup's a little bit maybe lackluster, especially from a first-person perspective or a first-party perspective. But we know it's going to come. It's going to come real soon. And again, it's backwards compatible, so it's not like you don't have a bunch of games perhaps to jump in and play. And the things are pretty good. My only gripe was the long load time for the Mario game. The Mario Kart took forever. Maybe the servers were busy, but I was like, holy shit, this thing was taking fucking for eternity. So, yeah, I like what I played of it so far.
The most important thing is that you guys enjoy what you got. That's
Absolutely.
the most important
Hell
thing.
yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
when you put
That's
those
it.
Joy-Cons into the screen, like you really see and feel like how much bigger of a difference it is compared to the original Switch, dude. Like once you take
You
it out
thought
of the
they
box,
were gonna be loose and loose, didn't you?
Bro, this thing is literally like a toy. This is like a Temu version of the Switch 2. Like,
Dude,
this is bad.
I love the Joy-Con has one button.
I mean, look at this shit. Look at this. I mean, come
Pull
on.
it sideways like a trigger,
Yeah,
and it just connects magnetically. Dude, it's fucking awesome.
yeah, it's pretty sweet. It
Awesome.
feels more like a premium product. Feels a little bit more mature than in the past, kind of thing. Especially without the big bright, Joy-Con strap to the side either. It's kind of got that nice matte black. It kind of gives it that more, that up to date techie look.
I love it.
It definitely seems like a premium product for sure.
Yeah.
Once it's in
So-
your hands, you feel
And
it. dude.
we tried and it worked for the most part. It worked pretty good. We tried the whole camera thing on the weekend as well, and the voices were coming through pretty good. And you could I bought this little Piranha Plant camera, which got pretty shitty resolution, but it got the job done. The guys could see me on the screen, and you got the little screens down in the corner, so everybody can see your actual gameplay as just happened. So it was actually pretty cool.
Here's the most important part. Do you have names now instead of numbers?
No, you
What's
still got to go through what was it? If you wanted to add someone, isn't it? Isn't it
Shout out
kind
to
of the
Axel
same?
in the chat.
I think it's still numbers.
Oh
Interesting.
man, when they gonna get over?
But dude, that Mario Kart was so much. I like it better than 8. I think
Yeah.
it gives
really?
everybody.
The courses are
Everybody
great.
has an
Graphics
edge in
are
the
nice.
race. I don't feel like there's one person that really can like overpower everybody. They evenly distribute all the stuff when you hit the boxes.
It's literally chaos because you're all like bumping into each other and everything. I've never really experienced that in a Mario Kart before.
24 people. It can get you one hit can send you to the back of the pack, folks.
That sucks that you still have just numbers instead of names for your person. That I'm sorry. That's it just is what it is.
Right. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I was
Nintendo
going to say it is what it is because it's a Nintendo thing.
It's actually easier to friend people. If you jump into a room with somebody, you can actually click on a name and just friend them now.
They don't have a name; they have a number.
Well, no, they have a name. Okay, say Newf makes a room in Mario Kart and he invites me.
Yeah,
I'll see who's in that room. I could click on their name and just friend them right there.
You mean
yeah,
their
kind of like it
number?
does on Xbox. So you see them playing, they're online. You just hit the button and it instantly.
But if I don't know who they are, I
invites.
need their number. So there you go.
Yeah, if they're on your friends list, they will show up. So yeah.
I saw somebody playing the mouse ability with it while playing. What was it? It was on X. Splatoon. It actually looked crazy. Like they were moving.
Oh yeah.
He was moving and grooving, but I was like, "This, what the fluff is this?"
Point and click, baby. Point. And click.
Yeah, well, Rainbow Road is in there once you get to the obviously once you beat the 5 circuits, they'll have a 6th circuit that opens up. Yeah.
Dude, Rainbow Road's gnarly. It's a dope.
So they got some great courses. They got new ones that, like you said, are very inspired by some of the old ones. They have a lot of the similar feel. They have upgraded music to some of the great classic tracks that were in the game, and there's more characters, carts, and everything than ever before. Like every time you win a race, you're getting like characters and all sorts of cool carts, or a character will have a helmet now instead of a hat. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty cool. I got a feeling Nintendo's gonna constantly upgrade this game at least till the end of its life cycle. So
can we get a double dash mode? That'd be great.
Oh, would that be fucking incredible?
Hell yeah.
Especially online, bro. Like who's
man
into this round? Like we just keep switching people up.
Yeah. Shout out to the chat. We got Sathius here. We got Axel's in the building. What's going on, brother? Good to see you here. I see Infinite Hero is in the house. What's going on, brother? Obviously, Frank is here, the It guy. We got Dark Lord Alu. What's happening, my friend? Good to see you as well. Yeah, we got a lot of great people here already. Thanks for the support, guys. Make sure you share this stuff out and send the invites. Yeah, any further things? I mean, I don't know. I guess real quick, Wicked Hot, you had Cyberpunk on this thing. So how was that running for you? Did you try it at all?
Okay, so I played a little bit of it, but I didn't jump into the main story. So this one comes with the DLC. I just jumped right into the DLC. It gives you attributes, and it pretty much makes you well-rounded when it puts you in there. At first, when I popped it in day one, there must have been a patch upcoming later that day or that night, because it wouldn't allow me to edit the settings at all. Like no matter if I restarted the game, closed it, whatnot, like I could do everything else, but I just couldn't edit performance, quality, nothing. Day 2 comes, I try it again, I can change everything. And let me tell you what it feels like. Obviously, the resolution isn't as great as when you're playing like Starfield on your PC. I'm sorry, not your PC, your Xbox, because that's the mode I can play on. It's a 40 FPS mode, and it looks really good. It's like the Avowed 40 frames mode. It's like the Starfield 40 frames mode, where it still looks good, but you still have a little bit of that sluggishness, but it's doable. The only thing I felt what was weird with the Cyberpunk was I wasn't as precise when I was playing it handheld. When I was playing it on the TV, I was using my Pro remote, and I was like spot on. It looked great there too, but even in the handheld mode, everything still looked great, held up, 40 frames, and just the controlling was a little weird.
Here's the big question for you guys. What's the battery life like?
It lives forever.
It lives forever.
Unplugged in, all right, buddy.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know yet.
I haven't used it enough to really know, not out of its dock mode, but for most indications that I've heard from the current reviews that I've read, they're saying it's definitely less than the current Nintendo Switch. So some people are saying 2, maybe 3 hours, depending on the type of game.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
that won't even get you to a flight from LA to New York.
Isn't that how long is that flight?
Get you one of them charging bricks.
Yeah, get a charging brick.
Yeah.
You need 40,000 accessories to take with you. Just keep it charged. Fucking side bags on shit.
Folks, we're losing power on the plane, folks. Someone's taking all the energy out of the battery because we don't want to use diesel fuel. playing Battlefield while it's chugging 5 frames.
20 people on the plane plugging in their fucking Switch 2 and all the electronics dies in the plane.
All of a sudden you start nosediving. They're like, oh God, here we go. We're going down.
I know. With those batteries.
Are you trying to say a Final Destination moment?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Well, that's what the Xbox ROG Ally is.
We'll get there. We'll get
We'll talk
there.
about that in a bit. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Yeah, that was one of the surprise games shown off at Summer Game Fest.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
Waiting on
sir.
his that game.
Day one.
Bro, want to hear a fucking story about that game when it happened? So I'm listening at work, and I'm listening to, I think it was it Anthony's station where you guys were live? So I was watching Anthony's station with Perry and them on there, and I'm under a cop. Like, I'm working overtime, and eruption, just apps screaming, yelling. I'm covered in grease. I can't just grab my phone. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, talk to me, people. And I'm like, obviously they can't hear me. I get my phone out and they're like,
grease for? Hold on. What do you need grease for, buddy?
He's working on Diddy's car.
Yeah. I just wrapping around the drive shaft, but dude, I was losing it. But either way,
okay, that didn't help saying wrapping around the drive shaft.
Nah, it didn't.
Pause, bro.
Especially with Diddy's car.
Yeah. But it's a mad funny. It ended up being MK. I thought it was RE9, but either way, it's a dope collection.
That MK collection, I can't wait. And online play.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Perry, did you download Street Fighter 6 for the Switch too?
I downloaded the demo. There's a free demo for anybody that doesn't know that.
Yeah, I'm tempted to download it, but I haven't done it yet. I wanted to try it out, see how it works.
It runs fine. It runs at 60 FPS. I mean, it looks decent. It doesn't look bad. So,
I have a question.
On the go? Why not?
Has anybody played Fast Fusion, or am I the only
one?
No,
but it looks fucking amazing.
Oh my god! I've already completed the first Grand Prix, and I am loving it for $15. Ooh,
that's a really good price. It's like the cheapest game I could find on the Switch 2 store.
4-player co-op.
I had to interrupt them Sunday from playing the Switch because we had bowling Sunday.
That's right, dude. And
we actually talked about the shows. We did it after the Microsoft thing.
I think the rate you guys are going, you're going to have to do like a Sunday bowling. You're going to have to be streaming. It's going to be like the fucking bowling competition.
Yeah.
We stream it every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Have to get some commentators.
Yeah, that's right.
This man has got his fingers very deep in that set of balls.
Oh no, we got stupid AI announcers.
I need Perry to be my 1950s baseball.
You need Arnold narrating the whole thing. Look at this piece of shit walking up to the bowling ball. He's going to throw it down the gutter.
Dude, if you watch them, they provide enough commentary. They're going back and forth at each other. Like, they're not even selecting the bowling ball yet, and they're going at it.
We having fun.
We get at it. We get at it.
Nice. Get Newf in there doing Arnold, and then I'll come in doing Jesse Ventura. What the hell is X-Man thinking that he's going to be bowling a 300 this game? That old bastard.
Dude, I was close. I hit a 298. I was close.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm gonna get there one day. I'm telling you.
That's right.
Will Sasso does an amazing impression of Jesse Ventura. It's so spot on. Fuck. All right, let's get into the first topic tonight because this is going to be a big one. Obviously, Summer Games Fest was just a few days back, and they showed off a shit ton of games, as you can see by the screen. We're not going to be able to cover them all, but we will talk about some of the standouts that we saw during the show. I mean, as you can see on the screen, there was a lot of games brought up right there. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers, obviously Wu-Tang, Rise of the Sea, obviously Street Fighter 6. I think there are a couple seasons in there. There was a really cool, weird-looking game called Ill. Obviously, James Bond was a big one with First Light coming out of IO Interactive. Hitman game. Apparently, you can play right now. If you guys didn't know, you can play Hitman World of Assassination. You get a first mission. I guess you get to go and assassinate Lashif from James Bond, which is kind of cool.
Oh,
it's free. It's a free that you can download right now on Xbox and PlayStation. So if you didn't know that, there you go. You can go try a level. Deadpool VR was pretty cool. Dying Light's The Beast, Jurassic World Evolution, Lies of P, The Overture. Like I said, there's lots of cool games on this list. So let's go around the circle, guys, and let me know. I mean, from all this list, what are at least 3 games that really stood out to you guys? And let's start in the chronological order here, the way we show up on the screen, starting with Wicked Hot. We'll let him take the floor first, bro. Anything on this list kind of stand out to you? If you need me to scroll the page up, just let me know.
I gotcha. Honestly, the first thing, I know we already saw it, but I'm a sucker for beat 'em ups. So that Marvel Cosmic Invasion was already something we were shown. We're talking about the
this one right here. That's the 2D beat 'em up, right?
Beat 'em up. Yep, that's the one. I'm just a sucker for those games, so I'm gonna buy that one day one. Just re-seeing that again, I was like, okay, excellent. I know it's coming soon. Trying to think of what else. I think there was Sonic Racing was shown there as well.
Just right there, Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
Yep. So once again, I'm a big sucker for Sonic, so I will probably buy that, to be honest. And that would probably be a fun game for community night, to be quite frank.
Hell yes.
But other than that, there's only 2 other games on this. I think I have right. Was Dying Light was shown, and then Resident Evil.
Yes, Dying Light, The Beast was there. Yeah.
Yes, I love the Dying Light series. I think they are such great games. The first-person parkour just hooks me every time. So I will be buying that day one, and I will be dedicating my life to it.
What did you think of the Atomic Heart 2 trailer? I thought that was pretty impressive.
I thought it looked really good. To be honest, I didn't play the first one, so I can't really have much of an opinion on it. But I did think it looked good.
Okay, well, there's some of the games. Like I said, a lot of them. Speaking of, one of the ones I'm looking at on the screen here now is Mind's Eye, which just dropped today. Has anybody had a chance to try this game at all?
No, but I heard it's not doing good. But
I will when it goes up on the sites.
What?
I will when it goes up on the site. It got cracked already.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
What's the reviews on it so far? Anybody?
I don't know.
Let's see what IGN has been giving it. Did he even have it reviewed yet?
Yeah, I'm just here. It's getting raked through the mud right now. I know that.
I bet IGN gives it a 7. Who wants to bet?
That sucks because it looked like a Terminator game, like when they first showed it a few months ago, and it was like, all right, this might not be that great, but it looks decent. And now it's just getting, like you said,
it looks.
Yeah, and that was one I remember seeing the trailer for and being like, oh, this looks like it could be really, really interesting.
Right.
That's weird. I'm not even seeing a review for it here. Weird. Usually when you don't see a review early, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
No.
I'll tell you what, dude. I did download playing that new Space Marine game today. Not the new one. I'm sorry. The first one they remade or remastered. Not too shabby. Get out there and play it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Some great picks there. How about you, Sir X-Man? What stood out to you from the list of Summer Games Fest?
I only have 2.
You only have 2?
They showed me. Jeff Keighley showed me the release date for a game that I've been enjoying playing the beta and everything else that has a release date, Mecha Break. I've been talking about that game since last.
Oh yeah, Mecha Break. Yeah,
can't wait for that. And I'm sorry, but it's only Xbox and PC. And I will shut up. And I will have to get this game on PC because it's not on the Xbox. That Marvel game that looks like a high intense version of Marvel vs. Capcom. The Japanese version.
Oh, what's that? Talk on? What is
that? Yeah, I think that one's on PlayStation. Yeah,
Talk on.
Yeah, and it's on PC also. It's on both.
On PC,
why am I not seeing that on the list of games shown here? Was that on the Xbox?
I think he's talking. I think that one's from the Sony show.
Yeah.
So that's
okay, gotcha.
I didn't know that. I just do it out.
Hey, it's all good. I mean, there's so many fucking games showed off in the last 2 weeks. It's hard to keep track of them all.
I gotta fix
my Mecha Break release was putting up from the Thursday and Friday show were my favorite.
Cool, man. Good stuff.
So that's about it.
Yeah. All right. Let's move up the line here. Let's get to ProtoFoxy. What stood out to you from Summer Games Fest? Are you shocked, by the way, Proto, were you shocked that Jeff Keighley brought up Mr. Hideo Kojima again?
Oh, no. I was totally shocked by that. Totally. Absolutely shocked. I did not realize that was going to. Yeah, I'm full of shit. No,
you shouldn't have been surprised. Come on, man. Let's be real.
But as far as the games go, that Marvel Cosmic, what's the whole thing? Cosmic, whatever, another.
Cosmic Invasion.
That's an invasion, because I'm stumbling over words right now. That looked cool. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, that looks awesome. Can't wait for that to drop. And then the whole thing, the whole show for me was RE9. Like, holy fuck. And it was literally it was funny. I was texting my buddy after they dropped the trailer, and I'm like, motherfucker, this teaser did exactly what it was supposed to do. It teased me. I want fucking more. I'm like, I need it. Pump it into my veins now. I'm super excited. Just the implications, because what a lot of people don't realize, or maybe they do, I don't know if people are watching the show and they're super into Resident Evil, this and that. But the lead character in that game is the daughter of a lead character from like the Outbreak games. So it's like really tying it back together. That and the fact that you get to see, you see a devastated Raccoon City after the nuke. It's just, I can't wait. Like it was hard for me to keep my pants on for that one. It was almost no pants party in the ProtoFoxy house because of Resident Evil.
Oh, man.
Right.
Hey, can I bring something up real quick?
Oh, go ahead.
Who said Resident Evil 9 was going to be at the Summer Games Fest? We did on episode 31, just to let you guys know.
Yep.
Yeah, episode 31.
Right. Thank you, Phil Spencer. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm glad you didn't take your clothes off, because
I can see the future too. Another Perry will be buying a copy.
I can see you getting on your motorcycle, driving around with your pants off, with a flag on.
Just me and my boxers with an RE9 flag, just screaming. Woo!
It's grape smugglers or nothing. I want doomed grape smugglers.
And then the wife telling everybody, say, this is a normal day. It's like, all right, I'm gonna sidetrack y'all for a minute, because I don't think I ever told you this story. When I had my heart issue and this and that. Right. So I'm getting brought out of the bus to go into the ER after everything, and they got me strapped on a gurney, right? And I'm coming down, and they're sliding me down, and total Silence of the Lambs thing, and I just go, "Hello, Clarice," and then the EMT looks over to my wife and says to her and goes, "Is that normal?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, he'll be fine." So that's the kind of shit people deal with me,
Wow.
Is this fucking normal or what?
Cool. But anyway, that was the sidetrack for the night. I had to share that because X-Men bringing up me being in my boxers on my motorcycle. I'm like, yeah, that's a given. That's Tuesday.
I just got to go to the 7-Eleven. Let's go.
Yep. Sir, this is a Wednesday. Wendy's, please put your pants on. No pants party.
I know what you'd be saying to the wife. I need a Slurpee.
Yep. Head over to the 7-Eleven, get me a Slurpee.
I'll give you something to slurp on when you get home.
I knew you were going to go. See, I was going to go there with something else, but I said I'm going to leave it alone.
Well, that's just a given at this point. But anyhow,
well, I would have said you would have also told you because you don't slurp no more.
Sweet mother of pearl.
How about you, Perry? Hey. What game stood out to you at this Summer Games Fest? I think I know one of them right off the top.
Definitely Resident Evil 9. It was kind of weird how they fooled everyone. It sucks because some people did tune out because they thought that was it. There was no news. But like he said, he was like, you'll miss it in the blink of an eye. And they showed it at the end. Very excited for that game. Can't wait. And they gave a release date, by the way, February 27th or 28th. So I'm
I
down.
want to say it was the 27th.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
down.
like next
I'll be
year,
there.
February, isn't it? February?
Yeah, usually they release Resident Evil in March. The 30th anniversary is in March. So I think they want to release it around that time for the hype.
Yeah.
Oh. Mortal Shell 2 looked really good. I bought the first one and it was kind of like a Souls-like game. I don't know what happened, but this game, it looks like a beat 'em up type Souls game. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'll check that out. Sonic Racing, fantastic. Can't wait. And then you have Mouse. Whenever the hell that comes out, I'll be there.
Oh, that Mouse PI.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's quite a few pretty good games here.
Yeah.
For me personally,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think Jeff Keighley finally did good. He gave people what they wanted. He went game, and they're all learning. Don't freak out when I say this, Perry, but they'll learn from Microsoft. Just go game after game after game after game after game after game. And at least Microsoft, even Sony did it like that with their thing, game after game after game after game. That's all people want to see. You know, people don't want to see your little interludes and all that stuff. They just want to see you roll through the games.
There wasn't a whole lot of filler, that's for sure. There wasn't a whole lot of stopping in between to just chirp, you know?
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Newf, for letting me get that in there, because that's the truth.
It's all good. No, you're hit the nail on the head. It was actually a pretty well-paced show, and Keeley said it was one of the most watched shows, I think, in Summer Game Fest history, which is cool. So people are very excited about what's to come. What got me kind of excited after watching all these games, there was quite a few on this list, to be honest with you, but I think the ones that mostly had me excited, I will say, ever since I first saw it, I would say that Wu Chang Fallen Feathers looks really damn good. Been really liking that one. I also liked in this particular show that stood out to me, I'm going to say it was Onimusha, Way of the Sword. I think that looks
Yes, sir. I forgot about that. Thanks,
yeah, Onimusha.
Onimusha is looking really, really good. And then last, obviously, Resident Evil. I mean, there's lots of honorable mentions. I have the first Mortal Shell game. I really couldn't get into it. Pretty cool, though. It was cool to see them coming back with and it looked really good. Mortal Shell 2. I mean, Atomic Heart 2 looked pretty amazing, especially graphically. Holy man, like that game really popped. They had this really cool looking Game of Thrones game in there as well. This is the Kings of Westeros, the War for Westeros. I wonder how that's going to be. I don't know if it's a mobile game or it's a full on console type game. There was even Code Vein too. I was a little shocked to see that one coming up. And Perry mentioned it at the top of the show. He mentioned that game called Ill, which had definitely some of the most freaky looking creature, monster, deformed designs I've ever seen in a game. I think that game is going to definitely get your fucking underwear up your ass when you're playing that one.
Ooh. You trying to say you're going to get the shits when you get scared?
Oh, I may have the shits on that one. God damn.
Talking about the shits and then squeezing in with the thong there. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you got some goddamn booty floss right there.
For the Scott Pilgrim fans, even had a Scott Pilgrim game announced.
That looked good.
Yeah, lots of games in there. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I love the Deadpool VR. Obviously, it's being voiced by what's his name, Neil Patrick Harris, the Doogie Howser dude, as opposed to Ryan Reynolds, probably for budget reasons, I'm sure. But I thought that looked really good on VR, and it's exclusive to MetaQuest. So MetaQuest is laying down
MetaQuest 3.
Fred. We were sitting next to Fred, and Fred was like, "Oh, I'm buying this game." I was like, "You have the MetaQuest?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I got the MetaQuest too." I was like, "That's gonna." I
heard that on your podcast, and you was rubbing it into him. That was funny.
I was like, "That's gonna be on the 3, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, whatever." And then it says MetaQuest 3 and 3S, and he goes, "Fuck."
But see, even Meta believes in exclusives and how they can propel your platform.
God, I love it.
Right?
Yep, that's right. They understand the name of the game.
Apparently, exclusives are important to everybody but Xbox. So I don't know. Crazy shit. Anybody else? Any further thoughts on this list? You want me to scroll through it? Was there anything else that stood out? Nobody mentioned anything about Death Stranding 2. You guys just think it's another Like, is anything else on this list here that The Chrono Odyssey game looked kind of cool. I don't know if anybody was looking
Like
at that.
like for me, Death Stranding 2 is an honorable mention. I like the first game, and I actually have to go back and play it again. And there was a lot, because again, Onimusha, but for me, it was Resident Evil stole the show. So it was like once that dropped, it was just like that's it. That's all I fucking care about.
The minute I saw that amulet light up with him absorbing the orbs and stuff, I was like, yes!
Yeah.
Because throughout the whole preview, you didn't see the absorption of the orbs. When I saw that, I mean, I knew it was on a mission, but when I saw that, I was like, yes. So, yeah, that's a day one, too, right there.
Yeah. A lot of these will be coming in hot.
Yeah, no, it's just, like I said, some great games for sure. Great show.
I hear that. I'm sorry.
So what would you guys give Summer Games Fest out of 10? What's your score? Let's start off with Wicked Hot. What would you give it, man, on the overall?
Ooh, I mean, it wasn't too bad. There wasn't a lot of games. I'd probably give it a 7. I'd give it like a 7.
Decent, yeah, decent.
It's not bad.
Sir X-Man, where's your score?
I'll give it an 8 because I like the pacing.
Okay.
I really like the pacing, yeah.
Okay. Would you say the show was fairly predictable for the most part, or was there any major surprises?
Yeah, there were a few surprises, but nothing I'd be interested in, though.
Right.
Other than the ones I said, and thank you for reminding me of On a Mission. I forgot about that. Because I did not remember. But that's one of my anticipated games to buy. Too bad it won't come out till next year.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
ProtoFoxy, where's your score at, brother?
I'd give it an 8. I thought, again, like X-Man said, the pacing was done real well. And, so it was game after game after game and this and that. And, it felt like the show was paced well. And, the stuff they showed, it's a lot of interesting stuff that might not be in my wheelhouse, but it doesn't make it bad necessarily. But with RE9, that's what really pushes it over for me. Anything that's going to show that, something that I'm like super interested and aware of, it's definitely gonna take it for me.
What was that weird game that had like the Muppet looking characters? Was that on the Xbox show or was that on this one? You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was this show because Keeley loves
was
Muppets.
That one that's called Out of Words? Out of Worlds? Was that the one?
Yeah, that one I don't remember.
I don't remember what the name was.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right? They started this trailer. It had like fucking weird.
Yeah, it was like Mike Tyson's Punch Out, like Stevie Mac mentioned in chat.
You know what's a popular game, and it freaks me out every time I hear that Jurassic Park game. I did not know the first one was that popular with people.
Me neither. It's like a strategy game.
Yeah, it's like a theme park kind of game where you can make your own Jurassic Park. That thing is popular, dude.
Damn.
That freaked me out.
Like Killer Inn, okay.
Dang.
All right. Did I ask you what your rating was, Proto? Yeah, I think you said 7.
Yeah, I said an 8.
8. 8's good. 8's good. That's sensible. Perry, what would you give the show, man?
I don't know. I don't know what I said on my show, if it was a 7 or a 7.5. I'll just go with a 7. Resident Evil 9 stole the show for me. That's all I really wanted to see. That's why I watched this stupid event anyway, just to see that. But I saw some stuff that I liked, and I think he did a good job with this one. I'll be honest, I didn't even like the PlayStation show or the Xbox show. I wasn't a fan of. I thought those shows were pretty weak. And shockingly, I don't like Jeff Keighley. I usually don't watch his shows. I thought this was the strongest show out of the 3.
I agree. I would agree with you. I'd say this is one of his better ones. Maybe it's because the other guys dropped the ball a little bit, but
yeah,
that was definitely one of the better shows. As for me, I'm just going to say I give it an 8 because I thought there was lots of variety. There was new IPs. There was some surprisingly, IPs brought back. Resident Evil is obviously a huge one of the show. And you can tell by audience reaction a lot of times, too, when you're watching these things. It's like, wow, like there's, the cheers or like the comments and stuff, And I think that largely comes down to some of these games have very recognizable titles. I mean, Resident Evil's been around for a long time, and hardcore gamers, I mean, this is what we live for, right? These are the kind of things we live for, is to get announcements to games that we are near and dear to our hearts, games that loved and have been with us for, decades now, that sort of thing. I'm sure, 20 years time, there'll be some kids out there that are our age that'll be like saying the same thing about some of the shit that they really like. Perhaps in 20 years time, they're all like, "Oh my god, look, it's a fucking Fortnite anniversary!"
Yeah.
So, yeah, who the fuck knows? But yeah, some really cool stuff on her. And like I said, one certainly a couple of genres that are really starting to emerge. I don't know if you guys really paid much attention, but we're seeing like this horror survival genre is becoming really big now, compared to where it was a few years ago. Whether it's sci-fi horror or they're kind of going with like mutated zombie monster horror, and the other one is kind of like Souls like samurai sort of games. We're seeing a lot of games now where it's sword fighting and hack and slash and things like that. So there's definitely a trend happening in the industry. As long as the games are good, I'm all for it. But once you start making too many Me Too games, you gotta watch out for that. So yeah, I'm gonna give it 8 because there was some really decent titles in there. And like I said, the show on its own, the trailers didn't last too long. It was a pretty decent pace. So yeah, overall, all pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Yeah. So alrighty, let's. Shut up, Dreadpool. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Dark Lord Alu had to take off, but thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you're having a great night. Sathius is in the building. Like I said, I see Axel's been hanging out with us. The It Guy is here as well. Mental 9 Hours in the building. What's going on, brother Mental? Good to see you, man. He says, I don't know what's stopping by here, but he said Newf will have to put a cork in it. I don't know what he's talking about. Pink Piggle said, I never watch any show. I wait for Perry to tell me about the games he thinks he'll like. It sounds like she's lying there in bed and you're just rhyming off, I like this game. I'm tuning you out, man. How long you guys been married? Perry, by the way? How long you guys been married?
This year will be 15 years. And we've been dating 17 years. We just passed our 17-year dating anniversary a couple days ago.
Wow.
Congrats.
Nice.
Yeah. You almost look too young to be married for fucking 15 years. Crazy.
That's about it.
No, we're pretty old, but
yeah, what's up for me and the wife this year? We got married in 2011. This will be 2025. Yeah, so 14 years for us.
Hey, not bad.
This summer. Yep. Isn't he lucky? I don't know. Are you lucky, Perry? You better say the right word. He'd be in the doghouse.
You better agree.
Is that a gun to the back of Perry's head?
Click.
Yeah. How do you destroy a video gamer? You take his collection outside and smash it. That's how you.
You run it over with the lawnmower.
Just running it over. You see those guys on the Switch 2 launch, smashing up the switches outside? That's fucking nuts.
Now that I didn't see.
They smashed
one is like this little Oriental guy fucking outside the Nintendo place. He got the hammers and shit, and he's fucking smashing shit out. I'm like,
you might as well smash the old Switch up because you don't get nothing for GameStop
too. He did that for views and clicks. He got
it's a Switch too. It's not an old Switch. It's a new fucking Switch.
Yeah, he did that for the new one.
Fucking idiot.
I mean, Boogie was showing off a Switch 2 and threw his Nintendo Switch Lite across the living room. He kind of like flicked it behind him.
He probably broke that thing already.
Oh yeah,
probably fell asleep on it.
I sat on it for an hour and I cooked the fucking processor.
Now he farted in it and he overheated the heatsink.
Oh Jesus!
When that guy's selling his bathtub water, it's coming, I'm sure.
Oh,
he's got a bottle and he's going to call it Boogie Juice.
Fred's gonna drink it. Let's make Fred drink it.
I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but his bathtub is the size of a swimming pool.
Why, you been there? You been there, X-Man?
No, I'm just
X-Man built the pool for him.
Yeah, they're boys.
Yeah,
Hang out on the weekends.
and it barely held the water in. Shit.
Sarah's man's like, where'd the water go? He's like, I don't know. I just jumped in. That's
Oh, I
probably
know
where
this kid's getting clipped.
How does Boogie make pancakes under his armpits like flapjack?
Oh,
God, sweet mother.
Oh,
that's gnarly. That's so gnarly.
Gnarly. Stevie Mack is
Yeah.
in the building. What's going on, brother?
nah, he probably put the pancake flattened under one of the rolls of his belly.
Oh, Axel says 15 years of rookie number. How long you been married, Axel? Since you got your first pubic hair or what? Axel looks like he's been growing a beard since he came out of the womb, you know? Like, you got those 5 o'clock shadows like 2 minutes after he shaves.
Dude, I can tell it don't matter no more. I was married for 24 years.
Was married, so you're not married anymore.
The hell no.
You
should have
years
just.
to find out or what?
Oh man,
dude, I was so happy after my kids grew up.
oh.
No.
I was just waiting for X-Men to go.
I'm gone. I'm like, I'm gone.
All right, let's share the next screen here. Oh. All right, let's do it. All right, guys. All right, switching gears to the next topic of the night, and that is Xbox Game Showcase 2025.
Perry, don't speak on this topic.
Yeah, there's lots of pretty cool games showing up here, but what's your reaction to that? You can see pretty much the conglomerate up there. Again, it was a show that definitely had the traditional Xbox, pacing. It wasn't full of junk. It wasn't full of a lot of developer commentary. That much was definitely a hit, I would say. But how did the games, feel to all you guys? Some first-party stuff, some third-party stuff. How did everybody feel? And let's go back down the line again, and let's go with your Wicked Hot. Dude, looking at this showcase here, what stood out to you? What were your highlights from the Xbox showcase? What was the hits and misses, and what were some things you maybe have expected that didn't show up? Because I know a lot of us were very disappointed that Gears Judgment was not shown.
Okay.
Judgment?
I got you.
Judgment.
Did I say Judgment? E-Day. Sorry, E-Day. I always say Judgment.
Yeah.
Yes, E-Day. My bad.
No, it's all good. I got you. For me, I know not everybody was interested in this game, but for me, I was very intrigued by Clock Tower Revolution. Is that what it is? Yeah,
Clockwork Revolution.
Yeah, Clockwork Revolution. Why do I keep mixing up with that clock?
You like
Tower
that,
game?
huh?
I do like that game.
Okay.
The steampunk didn't really throw me off. I know it's been a trend of lately, but I just the way it looked. I liked the guns. I liked the time altering into it. After that, I'm a real big fan of the Tony Hawk series. So just seeing Tony Hawk 3 and 4 again, that's a must buy day one for me. Numero uno, my friends. Right after that, love the Outer Worlds. So Outer Worlds 2 is a no-brainer for me. Not sure if I'm going to do it through Game Pass or if I actually want to. This might be the last game I might buy on Xbox, just straight up instead of using it on Game Pass. But the other two games that really stood out to me that I guess I wasn't either open to or just didn't see the last time, that Mudang, what is it? Mudang, Two Hearts. That game looks really interesting. I just hope, I know there's stealth in it. I just hope they don't over stealth it, because that's where it can lose me. You know what I mean? I really need to see how that kind of is handled. But the Chronos New Dawn looks like fucking Dead Space and fucking Callisto Protocol. I was just like, fucking convulsing, just throwing my money at the screen. But dude, those were my standout games for this showcase. The things that I did not like about this showcase were, once again, we saw Elder Scrolls and a Fallout 76 thing. And it's like, I don't really know if they need to do that within this showcase. I don't know. In my personal opinion, maybe another game could have been there, something else. They always put that shit in there. I'm not a fan of like the Persona games or that Invincible game. I'm not like a big anime guy, so that was a miss for me.
Shit.
Eat shit.
They're not in the fighters. That's why.
What? Yo. Anyway, my last two things. Ending on Call of Duty, not fucking cool because we know it's coming every year. That is like that has taken that almost took the crown as like we have one last thing for you when Indiana Jones comes to PS5. It's like, oh man, it's like it just 1 and 2 right there for those ones.
That ain't
it's
what
like
they said.
What's up?
That was the new DLC for Indiana Jones.
No, he's talking. No, go ahead, HAWT. You said, yeah.
No, what I was saying was with Call of Duty coming out as your last, like this is our last thing, like that game comes out every year. I just don't understand, like, you know what I mean? Like you should have put something else last, in my opinion. But I don't even remember what the reference I was just talking about. I was just going off, and I can't even rebuttal. To you, X-Man. I don't remember. But the last thing other than that, I really wasn't impressed with the handheld. Because it's just not, it's missing the one thing that I want in the handheld. And that's to bring my entire library. Because I personally don't own that many Play Anywhere titles. I own maybe 10, but other than that, that's it for me.
Fucking Stevie Mac.
Hey, he was right.
He did look slim. He was really slim.
He's got to be down 30 pounds, man. Like his face has gone away to nothing. Like
he didn't look as bad as that.
Something weird with his teeth too. Like skeleton.
Ass. He's eating too much.
The guy went from looking like he used to hit the gym a little bit to looking like a guy who's been living off of Slim Jims.
But he's been losing weight for about 1.5 years, dude. I've been seeing him in other things where I was like, yeah, he's slimming up, but he's been losing weight for
because for him, as long as he's healthy, I hope that he is. I mean, we all wish the best. We hope it's not some kind of thing where like he's losing weight because he's ill or something like that, So, and I mean that in all seriousness. I don't wish any ill or anybody to have ill health or nothing like that. I hope it's like a healthy weight loss. Like you guys said, it could be Ozempic. Everybody's on it nowadays. Celebrities are on it. People are on it. People losing fucking weight out of the blue. It's like, what the fuck, right? So, you never know.
At least Sarah Ball got thicker. Because those guys, those thighs was as skinny as a rail. They ain't no more.
That was X-Man's favorite part of the show.
Dress, I was like, damn, she got a little thick.
Well, maybe Phil will share his Ozempic one day. Who knows?
Hey, Sarah, can you tie me up? Can you tie my arm up while I inject myself?
Can I go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, he's losing all that weight because he's living off of Sarah Bond's pussy.
Put it in my face, baby. Put it in my face.
In the waistband. Tuck it in the waistband.
All right. Okay.
Hey, what if Sarah Bond said, "Sure, Sir X-Man, if you buy a PS5 Pro"?
Not gonna happen. But
Switch 2.
Switch 2.
Maybe sometime in the future. I'm not gonna turn no lie on that one. Maybe sometime in the future. All right, Ninja Gaiden 4, Clockwork Revolution. Oh my God, I can't even get it.
Tony Hawk.
The fighting game. Oh, always Tony Hawk, bro. Invincible versus. I love the blood and the guts and the fighting in there, man. That shit was sick. The vampire game, Fate's End. That looks sick. And it's co-op. And there was one more. I hate Call of Duty. My thing. There was one more. What was it? And I actually might give the Final Fantasy a Final Fantasy a go. That's about it.
Sir X-Man was one of the guys losing his shit.
Yeah, I've been seeing this list.
Wait a minute. I did forget one. I am so sorry. High on Life 2.
Mhm.
Yes. I on stabby.
What
There
about
we
the
go.
Indiana Jones DLC for you? Would you
Nah,
into
I'm
that
cool.
one there, X-Men?
I ain't worried about Indiana Jones like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good picks. Love the Ninja Gaiden 4 pick. Is always a good one.
Mhm.
ProtoFoxy, what games on this list gave you a semi-chub?
Like Hot mentioned earlier, that Chronos, that looks really good.
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden 4, that was, I'm super excited for that. And like I said, I mentioned earlier, Perry had mentioned it in his stream of it. I can't remember the name of the damn game to save my life, but he called it Wind Wanker. And it's like, that looked interesting. So once I remember the name, I'll tell you that. But even though we already know about it, because it's a remaster of an old game, Gears Reloaded. It's got me just
because you're
because
thinking about. Wasn't that Ophidian?
that might have been it. Some of them had such weird names that I just couldn't keep up with. I just know the trailer. I actually liked that style.
Right.
So, and it seemed like it was more, an adventure game. So it seemed like it might be up my wheelhouse. No, not something like super grindy. So it seemed like it, just out there enough. But yeah, and then Gears Reloaded. I'm super excited for that. Not because I love the original Gears. I have the Ultimate Edition. I have the original on 360 still, but I'm just so intrigued that it's coming out on PlayStation 5. And just to break myself of knowing the controller layout on an Xbox controller and seeing how it's going to play on PlayStation, and just the I guess the novelty of the game being on a Sony console being one of the pillars, like because you have all the pillars and whatnot, and everybody was talking about Forza, but I'm not a racing game guy. But Gears has always been one of my favorite franchises, and just to see it now going over to the competition was something that I'm going to end up even buying it physical, even though I already own the original and then the Ultimate Edition, just because just to have it, just to see Gears on a PlayStation case. You know what I mean? It's just, I think that's the novelty of all that. I mean, I know it's not such a big deal anymore. We should expect this going forward, multi-platform games, blah, 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 blah. But, for guys like us that were ground level in the beginning with Xbox, to see a game like Gears of War come over to a Sony console, it's an event almost in and of itself. So I'm just, even though I know what to expect with it, it's basically just going to be a prettier Ultimate Edition, right? Whatever. I'm still going to buy the physical edition on PlayStation just because it's Gears. I love Gears, and especially the first one. I think that's one of the best ones. And just mind blown just to see how it's going to feel on my DualSense.
Nice. No, that's good stuff. Did I hear right as well that the Switch 2, by the way, not to get off topic, but did I hear right that the Switch 2 in less than a week on the market has already outsold the original Switch?
I don't know about that. It sold, I think, what was it, 3 million units in 2 days or one night?
Yeah,
something like that.
I'm hearing rumors that it's like literally one of Nintendo's biggest console launches in history.
Oh, yeah, it has to be.
How's that for all the clowns out there that were saying that this was going to be a flop and nobody wanted a Switch 2?
That's right, Sir X-Man.
Nobody
wants a console anymore.
Yep.
I've never said that. I said the Switch 2 is going to be a big seller day one.
I was just playing.
I wasn't picking on X-Men.
We're not talking about you.
You know what's going to be
talking about just for the pot.
One of the originators.
What's going to be really cool Nintendo this time around is Nintendo's going to have a lot more third-party support on this thing.
It was no sale, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they got Madden. You can pre-order Madden on there already.
Got me and thinking I'm saying other things. I've said that. I'm done.
We're gonna start misconstruing Sir X-Man's words.
Yep.
He slandered Nintendo.
He slandered Nintendo while sitting under a lemon tree talking about Shelbyville.
The legend has returned to the chat. My good buddy Michael Monkey Punch Lugo. What's happening, Monkey Punch? Long time no see, brother. We missed you. How's it going, dude? Hope you're well.
In the early days, I've had every Nintendo. I had the NES, I had the 64, I had the Dreamcast, I had the GameCube. I'm not Dreamcast, you know what I mean. I had the GameCube, I had the Wii. You know, I mean, I had them all back then. And GameCube actually is my favorite console. Yep. That's just me.
Well, there's something we can agree on. I'm right there with you, X-Man. GameCube's my favorite of that generation and probably one of my favorite Nintendo consoles that they put out.
Man, when I played Beautiful Joe and Wind Waker, dude, it was over.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I did on the GameCube, man, I would have parties at my apartment where we would all be just getting lit up and playing Pac-Man Versus because we all had Game Boy Advances. And it was that kind of dumb shit. That was like the ultimate kind of party kind of console, because the games were fun. It wasn't like super competitive.
And
but anyway, I'm sorry.
When I discovered Mad World with all the blood and with the black and white shells and then the blood on it, I was like, Nintendo did a bloody game like that. Awesome! That game was fun, especially in the subway part. So. Yeah. I like Nintendo. I don't have no problem with it, people. I'm done.
You heard it here first, folks. X-Man is a Nintendroid.
Yeah. Right. Look, is Nintendo perfect? Can they do a lot of bullshit? Absolutely. I mean, nobody's fucking happy about their price. Some of the prices. No, there's things that people aren't happy. We've been saying that for 10 years. But the thing is, like, Nintendo marches by the beat of their own drum. They know what their audience is. They know that they sell on the fact that they've got two markets kind of semi-cornered. That's like a console market and a handheld, which that was one of the huge things, right? To combine their typical handheld market into the console market, which really, like I said, is the first time in their history they never had a portable to go alongside of a set-top console because it's one and the same. They've done what Nintendo always does. They make no compromises. They make great quality games. They know that people love them and will buy them. They don't sell their product short for nobody. They're just like, fuck it. Yeah. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild can be fucking 10 years old and they'll still sell it for full price. And you know what the sad part is, or the good part, depending on where you look at it, the fucking game will still sell because people know what they're getting. They know it's a great game. And when you don't devalue your software, people will buy it or they won't. It's simple as that. But the numbers don't lie. Nintendo's making fucking bank and they get away with it doing the least amount of shit than all the competitors do. The competitors are too busy watering down their fucking portfolio because they're fucking chasing all these stupid markets that don't exist instead of just catering to the goddamn fans that they built and had in the first place. That's the difference, right? Yeah. Again, you make great exclusives, they will come. It's not fucking rocket science, but the other guys don't fucking get it.
And I tell people all the time, in the lifetime of consoles, the ones that have been out the longest, Nintendo is still king, period. Because of they've sold more consoles in their lifetime than everybody combined. Everybody. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people don't pay attention to that. They think just, this year I'm number one. This year I'm number one. Lifetime, Nintendo has owned everybody. I'm an Xbox person and a PC person, most of the time.
Yeah.
But
I was watching a video
I tell
the other
truth where the truth is.
I was watching, this comes from one of the news. I don't know, it was some news program. They stated they did sort of like a little bit of a documentary thing on Nintendo. They said Nintendo is actually on the verge of potentially surpassing Disney. It's one of the biggest recognizable countries in the product companies in the world. And they got their own theme parks now. They've got a successful movie with Super Mario. They got toys, they got games, they got like everything this company's got. You know what I mean?
And we're not even
adults and kids love them alike. That's the thing.
And we're not even including Pokemon, dude.
Fuck the cards and all that shit. That's something else. Yeah. Craziness. It's craziness, man. I don't know how they do it, but you got to give them kudos. That's all you can do. Is like, man, I don't know how you fucking guys work your wizardry, but kudos to you. So
Japan, Nintendo still has arcades with Nintendo games in it. They still make arcade games. So they're richer. Nintendo is richer than a lot of people think.
Oh, they're very
they
big
really
company.
are.
Yeah, very big company.
So they can do what they want.
Anyway, sorry, we kind of got off topic a little bit, but let's get back to this showcase. Perry, we didn't get to you, man. What games stood out to you from this list of games?
Everything starts with Perry.
There's only one game on this list that I've been waiting for.
Wow.
Because I'm not a grown-ass man and I can't go to the store and buy a console that the game launched on. Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
No, I already did that. I did that 4 years ago. 5 years ago. I'm sorry. I beat that game in 2020 because I'm a grown-ass man. If there's a game I want to play, I'll go to the store and buy the game and the console. I'm not going to sit there and be like, I didn't get it for 5 years. Grow the fuck up, everybody. Get off your ass. God.
You want to play something, go buy the fucking console.
Exactly.
Obviously, the same people that won't buy the console don't mind spending fucking $1,000 in controllers every year, right? This is the funny thing.
Newf,
right?
And Perry, hey guys, the same people who clowned the PlayStation people for wanting a 5-year-old Horizon game are going absolutely bonkers over a 5-year-old Final Fantasy game.
Oh, funny how that works out, huh?
You can like what you like. It's not about that. It's just about keeping the same energy. Just keep the levels equal, people. That's all we ask.
They don't keep the same energy because everyone throws their receipts away. They don't care.
No.
Now, realistically here, Chronos was a good one. Invincible, I'm not a fan of the show, but I like fighting games, so maybe I'll check that one out.
Oh, you do, huh?
Oh, yeah. Ninja Gaiden 4 is always going to be good, no matter what platform. It's on all the platforms anyway. Tony Hawk 3 and 4 is going to be good, and that was announced for the Switch.
Y'all played the demo yet? The demo is out for Tony Hawk.
I got to check that out. And Gears Reloaded, I bought that last night on PlayStation. I'm ready for the beta this Friday. I think that's pretty much it.
Oh my god, yeah, the beta this Friday.
No, I mean, like there was some good stuff on here. I think my disappointment comes out of the lack of stuff I was hoping to see. I mean, obviously, I'm always happy to see any Gears announced or Gears games, Gears Reloaded, but yet that wasn't a standout because we've already, like, you know, it is an older game. It's a remaster. It's basically Gears of War Ultimate with a fresh update and probably a few areas touched up a little bit. So overall, for myself, you know, I definitely think Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm going to say I really like that Mudang game. I thought that looked amazing. As a matter of fact, that for first minute there, it almost looked like, holy fuck, Splinter Cell is back. You know, that was looking pretty cool.
I know. I thought that too.
And, I was like, damn, you know, it's really cool stuff there as well. And what else was really stood out to me here? I didn't like the Clockwork Revolution. A lot of people are raving about it. I don't like those steampunky style games.
Same.
I don't like games where constantly your guns got these little fucking 5 and 6 fucking bullet clips and shit like that. And it just wasn't jiving. I've been there and done that, and I'm so over it. I really like the Chronos, the New Dawn. As far as, like, you know, sci-fi horror, that game looks like it's going to be out there. That one is done by the team at Bloober Team, I think, does that one, right? Correct?
That's the one with the vampires, right?
No, Chronos is the one where you're in space in the suit.
Yeah, that was Bloober. Yeah.
Yep.
So Faith End was the one with the vampires. I was right.
Yeah, Fate's End, I think that's the one. Yeah, or maybe you're thinking about that one, Dawnwalker, was it? Outside of that, there wasn't a whole lot. I mean, Sea of Thieves, like, I'm so tired of seeing Sea of Thieves shit. Grounded 2 come out and it's like, what the fuck? Who even asked for that shit?
Right.
You know,
Grounded got a big fan base, Newf. It's not us, but they got.
Yeah, I know, but I was just still kind of like, wow, you know, like, they're making that, like, okay, Aphelion, I guess, a Chronos, Aphelion, and Ninja Gaiden 4. Call of Duty, that would be my most, like, I didn't expect them to end a show at fucking Call of Duty Black Ops 7. As a matter of fact, up until he said it was Call of Duty, I didn't think it was Call of Duty. I said, what the fuck is this?
I thought it was
Call
by
of Duty Black Ops 7.
Kojima.
I was like, what the hell?
See, when
Dude,
I
thought it was a new Death Stranding. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, when I saw that part and I realized what it was going to be, I was like, okay, this is going to be the new Call of Duty, because it's like, I remembered some of the stuff that they were showing were nods towards Black Ops 3, And I'm going to agree with the consensus here. That was a shit way to end that show, especially after Phil going about how this is going to be the fucking 25th anniversary of Xbox and talking about legacy franchises. And we're going to put up Call of Duty Black Ops 7, but yeah, seeing that. And it's just like, because I like Call of Duty, but I'm not all of them.
Could have given us a release date for the next Gears of War E-Day. They could at least give us a release date. And show us
they could have given us that. But it's like for me, like Black Ops was starting to right the ship for them with like Cold War and then with 6 and stuff. Even though 6's campaign went a little off the rails here and there, but 7 it looks like it's going right back, following up from 3, and 3 was garbage. 3 was a trash game. I don't care what anybody says. And so it's like, oh, so we're going to end with that. And then the fact that it's Treyarch, and this is coming a year later because Treyarch just did Black Ops 6 as well. So it's like we're back to the yearly cycle, and then we're putting this, the same studio on the yearly cycle again. It's like, oh, this is going to it's going to be so bad. It's.
See, the way we're all talking, this is the funny thing, right? We're all talking about this. Everybody's giving some great opinions so far. So I'm looking at this list of games, and of course, the thing that Microsoft is hoping is that, wow, looking at all these lists of games, this is a sure way to get people into Game Pass. And I'm looking at it and going, fuck, we've named about fucking 20 odd games, or what is it? 6 per row, 4 rows. It's 24 fucking games showed on here, and there's about 3 that I would even remotely pay $80 for.
Well, listen, Can I say something really quick? This bothers me a lot. When I see these fucking guys on Twitter and then their YouTube videos go, there's so many games to play. How could you hate that? I'm not going to play every game on the show. Sorry. Right. They might have shown 150 games. I'm going to play like 3 or 4 of them. So enough of this bullshit where there's so many games to play. It's like, shut up.
Yeah, because damn well
play all those games. Because I don't know, I'm not doing that. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, maybe some of these. I mean, maybe there's some cats out there that are, which it's like I wish I had that kind of fucking time.
Yeah, me too. Right?
Yeah, but damn well half these motherfuckers bragging about it ain't playing every single one of them. I mean, and again, can't downplay the value of fucking Game Pass, but like Newf was saying, none of this shit seems like it's gonna move the needle. I mean, hell, we already got fucking. Black Ops 6 went in day one.
There is no moving the needle.
Yeah, it bumped it up barely, like a fraction of a percent. But yeah, I don't get it. And for me, like you were saying, Newf, seeing all this, it doesn't like, oh, I better go grab an $800 Xbox, or no, let me correct myself, because the Series X isn't that high yet. It's like a $600 Series X. Go subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate for nearly $30 a month to play all this. I'm not thinking about that. It's like, okay, I'm going to pick and choose like I always do anyway. It's like what I want to play.
Well, I get it. You still might buy 3 full price fucking games, but at the end of the day, at least you fucking have access to those games and what your subscription status is.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the big thing for me. At 20 of these games download on my console, the moment I stop paying for it, then I'm fucked. I still got to go out and buy them.
See, I know what that Call of Duty I thought it was when they were first showing it, when the beginning screen came. I thought it was a Quantum Break too. And I like Quantum Break. That's what I thought it was.
For which
I
game?
thought it was
Quantum
OD by
Break.
Kojima.
I think that. No, Quantum Break. You don't remember Quantum Break? It came out like a.
I know
years.
Quantum Break.
No, what game are you referencing?
That's what I thought Call of Duty was. When they started in the trailer, I thought, ooh, a new Quantum Break. Nah, it's a stupid ass Call of Duty. Never mind.
Nothing.
What was that one? Everybody thought it was a sequel to Rise Son of Rome. I think it's that new Renaissance game, that one that's called Renaissance: A Plague Tale Story.
Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
It looked like it for a second.
I was like, what the hell is this? It was like some girl around with a fucking sword and shit, kind of in those times or whatever.
I know, right?
There's a weird fucking game that's called There Are No Ghosts at the Grand. That fucking looked absolute shit.
Oh, dude, Perry's so hyped about that one.
It was pretty cool looking that nobody's talked about very much was Super Meat Boy 3D. Nobody saw that one coming.
No, that was great.
Yeah,
that looks fucking cool.
I had fun with Super Meat Boys. It gets hard after a while.
I might be one of the few people here that liked mixtape. I actually like it. It sounds like a game I'd want to play because it's an 80s Renaissance style game, you know.
Let me see what we get.
Mixtape.
It's
What
not
about the
on
Keeper?
here.
Anybody like the
What?
Keeper?
Oh yeah, that's the
fun.
one by Double Fine. Yeah, that
It
looked
looks
weird,
kinda-
but cool, but weird.
Yeah, it looks so weird that I almost want to be like, I'll give it a go. See what it's
Come on,
about.
guys. That's Tim Shep.
When I saw that thing staying up, I was like, oh look, it's a penis with a light on it.
Yeah, I will say the trailer. I think he even said that in the stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember watching the trailer. I'm like, oh, this seems like really. And it there was this mobile game that I played for a bit, and it was something similar to Keeper. And I forget the name to save my life, but it was one of those real odd kind of. I don't want to say walking simulators because that's not it, but it was like an adventure style game. But it was just so out of left field. I just wish I remember the name, but that's what it reminded me of.
I can't remember the name. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, now I know which game it is too. Now the game with the weird looking puppets. It was Animo.
No, that Animo, that's that Pokemon ripoff. That Pokemon Company and Nintendo
we all
are
thought it
getting
was Power. We all thought it was Power World.
is ready.
Yes,
Yeah.
we all thought it was Power World, but it wasn't. So then what's
Yeah,
the one
I
with
was
the
like, oh,
weird
wow.
fucking, what's the one with the weird Muppet looking dudes?
Yeah, I think that was on Jeff Keighley's show where he announced that Power World is coming to real, to be real and in a real game setting. But at the end, it showed Xbox and PC. But Power World is big, dude. Remember when we were all surprised that game took off like it did? I was like, God damn, 30 million people 1 week.
I was one of them.
And it shot up to 60 million people playing that damn game, and they still playing it.
I got to go back into it, actually. I actually enjoyed my time with Power World the little bit I played. It was ridiculously fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just one of them games, man. I mean,
It's just one of those.
sometimes games hit and sometimes games don't.
Right.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, guys, again, this is all our opinions, this is what we liked or didn't like. Everybody has different tastes. Everybody on the panel here has slightly different tastes in the kind of games that they generally like or don't like. So, you always got to remember that all these game shows are going to be subjective to the person watching it. So I'm sure, yes, there was probably a lot of people that watched this game showcase and thought, man, that was amazing because they got to see the kind of games that they expected or would hope to see. I mean, obviously, if you're a massive Call of Duty fan, you probably went out of your fucking underwear for Black Ops 7. And I'm just like, the one thing that Black Ops 7 confirmed to me, this will be the 1 year that I promise you heard on this podcast, and I mean it wholeheartedly, I am not buying it. I'm not buying it for two reasons. One, it didn't impress me. And two, I'm not fucking taking up half my fucking hard drive to install that bullshit anymore. All right? So they can kiss that goodbye. Enough of that shit.
Yep.
I'm going to save my money, and I'm getting Battlefield 6 hands fucking down this time.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Agreed.
Now you talking
Agreed.
to me, baby. Yes, sir. Look,
Absolutely.
a Canadian and American coming together. Isn't it wonderful?
Battlefield, building bridges just so we can blow them up.
That's right.
I don't know if I was shocked more about Call of Duty 7, Black Ops 7, or was just I was shocked to see that it was Black Ops instead of like something totally different. I was like, didn't we just get fucking Black Ops 6? Then we're getting Black Ops 7? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's the thing that really worries me about this cycle because originally Call of Duty was on that 3-year cycle. You had Treyarch, you had Infinity Ward, and then you had Sledgehammer. And Black Ops is Treyarch's. So
who the fuck is the main dev? Who's the main dev on this one? Then is it Treyarch again?
I would imagine so. They didn't say in the show, but I would imagine being that it's Black Ops.
So I got news on this. My buddy Nick, he's Anthony's brother, by the way. He's into the Call of Duty scene. Like he goes to all the live event tournament things.
Yeah.
He said that the reason why it's Black Ops 7 this year is because originally, and people are gonna hate this, it was supposed to be an expansion for 6. And Modern Warfare 4 is next year.
So basically, they're pulling up what they did with the Modern Warfare 3 remake.
3, yeah.
Oh, so that's even better.
So in other words, they're doing what God of War Ragnarok should have been for the original God of War.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, just about sums it up.
So they're milking the cow.
Yeah, they milked the cow with Modern Warfare 2 and 3.
This is true.
No lies detected.
Modern Warfare 4 was probably this year, but they didn't have enough time, so they said, screw it. Make that expansion pack, Black Ops 7. Let's just get it over with.
Yeah.
That's
And then you'll
probably
see
what
the
happened.
same, and then you'll see the same maps that were in Call of Duty 6. Mhm. And that's why I always like the 360 version.
There you
When
go.
they moved on to
51 minutes ago, stated by Nintendo of America on their X account. Nintendo Switch 2 has sold over 3.5 million units worldwide in its first 4 days, becoming the fastest selling Nintendo hardware ever globally.
Wow.
Damn.
But it's going to flop, guys. Nobody wants it.
Yeah,
that means it beat the Wii out. It's on.
You know what's even more impressive? That they actually managed to get a lot of production on this, because you walk in a lot of stores, you can just go and pick one right up.
Yeah.
And now that's wild to hear, because at least in my, again, this is anecdotal, but in my area, like, because I went out to a game, I was picking up Dark Ages that day, and you would be lucky to even get in the waiting line to get a pre-order for this. So it's kind of wild to me. And it was all in the immediate areas, suburban areas of Chicago. Now, I don't know how the city was, but I know out here it was like nobody had them. It was like they were all spoken for.
I think I think Nintendo learned from the first Switch about having more games out for the console than having the console out from the last one. Remember how everybody had the Breath of the Wild game, but they didn't have the console?
Yeah, that was wild.
If you go back all the way to the Super Nintendo, they never had a great launch lineup ever. Like, they had never launched with a bunch of like really good games, like first party.
Yeah, they had Zelda and Contra. That pretty much was it.
Yeah, I mean,
and Mario. But yeah, they got better over time.
Hey, man, at the end of the day, play what you want to play, buy what you want to buy, is your fucking money.
Right.
That's all I can tell anybody, no matter what. If you think $800 is worth it to you for something, spend $800. Like, I can't tell people how to spend their money. The worst case for all of us, I guess, at the end of the day, and I think we all admit it, that sometimes when we buy stuff that we actively know, I think, is priced too much, it sends the wrong message to the industry, right? It kind of says that we're kind of suckers and we'll buy whatever. But you know what? That's in every industry. It goes down to even fast food and grocery stores. Back in the grocery stores, we still end up buying shit that we know is fucking way overpriced. We go to takeout places, we buy shit that's like, what the fuck are you charging here? We buy it overpriced. I guess as long as you got money in your pocket and you're not a broke ass motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to go out and buy some shit. And most of us should have a job. And some people, I don't know if you've never heard of a credit card in your fucking life because you act like you don't. I don't know. Like, there are ways of getting shit without fucking always needing money up front. I mean, I buy a lot of shit off of Amazon through a little thing called Affirm. Affirm is great. You want something, all you got to do, it's like credit card, but it's not. You just apply, you get approved for it. You can buy what you want off of Amazon, and you just make the monthly payment on it. That's it. And then you can pay it off as quick as you want. So if you get paid on your next check, you got $150 to whack on it. You can pay it off lickety split. Interest is fairly decent. And again, it's not like a credit card, but it is. You just get what you want. They ship it to your door. No questions about so much shit with that, dude.
And one thing about it, Microsoft always has that payment program too. So I'm sure they'll implement that.
Yeah. Speaking of things going up and coming down, I want to give a shout out that PlayStation VR now has a permanent drop. And just recently, I don't know if it still is, but I think it's still on sale right now. So you can get the PSVR 2 for a really good price right now. If you've been sort of on the fence, now is a great time to jump in.
So, I almost made a joke when you said, speaking of things where you can get coming up and coming down. I was like, your blue pill is wearing off.
Newf just rips off his shirt. He's got the bow tie on. He's like,
you surely walk into that one, my friend.
This is definitely coming up.
party boy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Stop it, Perry.
4 days,
Stop it.
dude. No, but Perry, nobody wants consoles, man. These things are like, they're fucking outdated,
Nah, it's you got to move on with the industry, Newf. Come on, we're all going to PC.
Handheld PCs with
We got a
stickers
Fire
on.
Stick. Yeah, come on, Newf. Stop using the console. You got to go on a Fire Stick. Come on.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I
with
need
the
to play on
top.
my big fucking
It's the
TV.
way
I
of
need
the
to play on
future.
a fucking soap pad or something. Like, Jesus Christ. No, consoles can exist and will exist if people continue to have the need to want them. They want to buy them.
Yep.
You got to give people a reason to want anything. That's the point.
That's it.
You can't stock all the fucking power in the world. You can say it's as powerful as 20 super fucking computers, but if you don't put the right fucking games on it, it makes fucking no difference.
Full stop.
You gotta make people want it. That's the bottom line. Nobody buys anything without fucking exclusives. It's always worked that way. I don't understand it. Like, in the game industry changing, you gotta change. No, you don't have to fucking change with it. It's our fucking money, and we can dictate where we want the fucking industry to go. You know what? Like I said, look at all the products that failed. Why did they fail? Was it because they weren't great products? No, we dictated where we wanted the industry to go. Remember Google? Remember that fucking Stadia?
Yep.
Yeah, we told them we're to fucking stick that thing because we weren't ready for it. Nobody fucking bought it, and they fucking went out of stock. See what I mean?
Remember the Soldier Boy console?
Fuck him.
I don't get it. So, and I make a bet Perry got one. I make a bet Perry got one somewhere.
If playing Xbox to me comes down to just playing in the cloud and playing on fucking shit like ROG Ally, I don't fucking want it.
Nope. Agreed.
That's not why I'm an Xbox
you can
fan.
download your games natively to the handheld.
I don't want to download them to my Google TV. I don't want to download them onto fucking the wife's dildo. I want them to fucking,
You want to download it to your wife? What?
Yeah, she's got to get a copy of Super Meat Boy and play it in a fucking dildo. She said it's the hardest game she's ever played.
Well, at least it comes with
Super Meat Boy on top of that, man. That's got to get messy.
Newf, to your point,
it'll slide right in.
you just read this like a couple minutes ago. 3.5 million people bought the Switch 2 in 4 days for one fucking game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. See?
And
Take
half of
notes,
those people
motherfucker.
bought that game for $80, where the other ones got the bundle.
Are you writing this shit down, people? Yeah, there you go.
It's not that hard.
No.
It really is.
Consoles used to come with a game.
And this is coming from what? The most old school fucking company of all the three companies that are in general competition. Most old school fucking company that still puts or has put games on a fucking little card, little micro SD fucking card, or wherever the fuck they're putting them on, whatever you want to call those damn things. Right? But that's all outdated. That's all fucking shit. Now, sure, has Nintendo adapted and changed a bit too? Of course they have. There are always some trade-offs.
They
What
give
I'm
you a
just saying,
choice. Card or download.
right? But again, Nintendo doesn't chase audiences. Their audience chases them.
Yeah.
They let you come to them. They say, this is what we're going to do. You either like it or you don't spend money with us. Guess what? We didn't like the Wii U. We didn't fucking spend money with them. We told them this was a weird fucking console. Nobody understood it. Nobody bought the fucking thing.
I did.
Right? I had one. It had potential. It was actually a pretty cool little console. It was a cool console. It came out at the wrong time. It was marketed improperly. It came out at the wrong time. And the third parties ditched it before it even got going. So it was kind of like DOA. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I will not make any excuses for the Wii U and its failings whatsoever. I actually enjoyed the console. I'll still break mine out and play it. But at the same time, like you said, it was a wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. And I think it was they were really trying to get with the Switch in its infancy. And instead of giving us Go ahead.
Do you think we'd even have the Switch today that we know it if it wasn't for the failure of the Wii U? Because they obviously borrowed the idea from. They actually were onto something. They borrowed the idea of that whole handheld controller, right? That was one of the key features of the Wii U.
Yep.
It's essentially, you look at it now, it was like the precursor to the Switch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree with you, and that's exactly where I was going with it. It was the tech that they had with the Wii U, and it's funny because now you see it because PlayStation is obviously aping that with the Portal in the PS5 because it's a remote player. Because with that gamepad, and if a lot of people go back, or I shouldn't say a lot of people, the people who had the Wii U, you could actually play your games on the gamepad. And then you're off the TV screen, which is you're basically a remote player, for your console. But what I was starting to say before you would ask your question was basically the tech was in its infancy. We saw the starts of it and what they were thinking and what they wanted to do with the Switch. So to answer the long roundabout to answer your question, no, Switch would not exist if the Wii U didn't shit the bed.
Oh yeah, you're right about that.
If the Wii U was successful, we would be looking at a very different Nintendo right now. Very different.
Yep.
I don't think they would have took the chance with the hybrid with the Switch. The tech was there. They were.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the tech was there, and it was like the things that we're trying to lean on. They just had to get away from plugging in a console to the TV to be able to play. Remotely, I guess you would say, because now you can just dock your hybrid console and there you go.
That was the same thing that happened in my Sega Saturn. Way more powerful than the PlayStation at the time. Yep. But it was just bad timing, no marketing, no real good advertising in the US. And I'm sorry to say, they didn't have the game support.
Oh, but just like the Series S, it was hard for them to develop on. Oh!
Yeah. But then again, the E3 mic drop from Sony didn't do Sega any favors whatsoever. When I forget who the guy was, but when he gets on the stage and just says $299 and then fucking pieces out, it's like that was the death knell.
Yep. Plus they didn't have a traditional Sonic. They came out with that Sonic Spinball.
Oh, they had 3D glass.
Just like Xbox, they took Master Chief off the box for the Forza car. They tried ignoring Master Chief. Sega tried ignoring Sonic. Look how that worked out.
Pretty much, yeah.
But oh my God, Perry. But the Sega Saturn was the more powerful system at the time. And it was absolutely incredible, and I loved it, dude. But
I still play it's great.
Oh, I know. Yeah. But the only thing about Sony had a lot of third-party support. That was the problem. Sony had a lot of third-party support.
Motherfuckers.
That's what hurt the Dreamcast. Also,
and an IT guy dropping in the chat right now talking about the Dreamcast. I agree with him wholeheartedly.
I love the Dreamcast.
So do I.
But they didn't have no third-party support either because Sony was grabbing them up.
That, and on top of that, it was the DVD player going in the PS2 was what killed that. If the Dreamcast would have launched with DVD capabilities, again, it'd be singing a different tune.
I mean, if Sega had the deep pockets like Microsoft did when the Dreamcast came out, maybe they would have.
We're talking about Dreamcast 5 right now.
Right? Yeah. But because, they'd already been in so much shit, I think it was a gamble they weren't willing to take. I think ultimately that's what it came down to. They invested a lot in it. The fans who bought it loved it, but again, it just wasn't enough. And Sony was just on a fucking roll, and they opted out. It's too bad. I personally think if they came back with some sort of Dreamcast 2 today, that I think everybody on this fucking panel would probably go out and buy one ASAP.
Day one. I'd be standing in line in the cold weather.
Yep. I would scrape things together to get a day one, and I don't buy day one consoles anymore. Right?
It's not like even they're putting down the industry that they got. No, it's not like even in the industry they got to aim to be number one or try to outsell anybody. Look at that, the Sega Sports one, man. That's a sexy looking beast right there. Look at that little fucking thing.
But here's the thing:
Yeah.
if Dreamcast ever does make another console, please put DR. I hate to say it, and people go, please put DRM on your game so you don't have people pirating it and making boot copies and then put a boot disc in and then.
Well, you know why they were able to bootleg them right here? Your buddies over on Microsoft, Windows CE. That was the issue.
Yeah,
I knew you would go there.
Oh, it's the Sir X-Man's buddies from his little neck of the woods.
It was a double-edged sword because it gave them the online capability and everything like that.
Look at the sexiness of that console.
People used to go over there. People used to go over
and have my way with it.
People like Perry used to go over to Pirate Bay at the time and then copy the game and put a boot disc in and say, "I'm gone now."
That's what I once I figured out how to get the ISOs to go on a disc. That was it.
Well, you know, Sega, if you ever do listen, there are, I bet you there's millions. I'm not talking about thousands. I'm talking about millions of fans who would buy a Dreamcast 2. You'd make it look just like that fucking thing and just put more up-to-date shit in it. And then you just give us some games that you can only play on a Dreamcast, man. Like, just bring over the Sega library.
You can skip the cord.
Make a Dreamcast and make it fully compatible with every Sega game that ever fucking existed. And then build a couple new games. And, dude, that's licensed to print fucking money.
Yes, you would get people jumping your console so fast. It's ridiculous.
Dude, it would sell like stupid, at least to the hardcore people. We'd buy everything.
You know how many people still got their Dreamcast hooked up and they were playing Phantasy Star online forever, even 3 years after people stopped playing Dreamcast and playing on the system, they were still playing that game.
Oh my god. Listen to this idea. Make a Dreamcast 2 and all your first party games, remake them. Everything's a remaster with today's graphics. Could you imagine? And then make a Dreamcast 2 like that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I understand too. Really quick, a lot of us burnt Dreamcast games because even Blockbuster didn't carry them. They didn't carry Dreamcast games. We had a place across the street from Blockbuster called Movies, which turned into Video Update. They had only a few Dreamcast games, not many. So in order to play these games, we had to download them.
Okay, funny little anecdote with that. It's funny because you just mentioned movies. And when I lived in Wisconsin for a bit, I had a very brief gig at a Video Update that turned into movies. So it was the inverse in the Midwest here. But it was wild because just like you said, when Dreamcast was like, becoming a big deal. And I remember even on the launch day, I think the store I worked at literally had 2 titles and I couldn't even remember what ones they were. And it was like, this is like, people are going to be wanting to rent this. I'm talking to like the district manager of the store. I'm like, people are going to be wanting to rent this. Why are we only getting like 2 copies of 2 games?
I know. Okay. We in Chicago, but I know we both used to go to High Score. And what was it at? Around 95th Street.
Yep, I remember High Score.
And we used to go there to get all our Dreamcast, all our Saturn titles that were Japanese. Man, and then people were buying them too. It was ridiculous, man, but it was awesome at the same time, man. I miss those games, man. And I would pay over $100 for some of those games back then in that night.
Oh.
Yeah,
because there was High Score. I remember that one, and then there was another one out in when I moved back to Illinois. There was one in Orland Park, like within walking.
I know which one you're talking about. I know which
one in Orland. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Over there by the mall. It was over there by the mall over there in Orland. So yeah, Chicago had a lot of Japanese title stores for consoles. They even had Japanese titles for the PlayStation that you couldn't get over here. So I mean, it was awesome. I miss stores like that, man. But now everything digital, so it's locked up. You can't get the Japanese version of anything anymore,
right?
And sometimes the Japanese versions of games are actually, I said, some of the American versions of the game, and that's true.
Yeah.
But because, like Newf said, you can't have discs anymore, you can't manipulate that one anymore.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Damn region lock.
Let's get down to the last part of it. It's kind of part of the Xbox Game Showcase, and I do want to talk about this since we are talking about hardware. And something was shown off yesterday that many people speculated would come at some point in time. And that is, I guess you could call this now the Xbox official handheld, since they're calling it the Xbox ROG Ally by Asus. There's the Ally and the Ally X, with the Ally X having a little bit more memory and a few different things to differentiate it. But we'll start with Perry, since he has the most experience with the current version of the ROG Ally. Perry, what was your takeaway from that? Some people were very excited, but some of us have been a little more reserved.
So I have the Lenovo Legion Go, and I had a Steam Deck. The Lenovo Legion Go, in my opinion, was better than the Asus ROG Ally. Because, if you have a PC, if you're in the PC space at all, Asus has they're popular, but they have a reputation of their products breaking a lot. A lot of people don't realize that, but they do. Ask Mental9R in the chat. He had two 4090s by Asus that melted on him, and an Asus motherboard that died. Anyway, so I went with the Lenovo because, they have a history with IBM and all that. So it runs great, but you can't run a lot of those games at, 60 FPS or whatnot. A lot of the Sony games don't run that well on these things. They might run a little bit better on this new one coming out. I don't know, because this one has, I think, 22 gigs or 28 gigs of RAM, something like that. A weird number. Should have had 32.
2024, isn't it?
24. I don't think you guys realize you're not going to get you might get PlayStation games on this thing, but you're not going to get the performance that you would normally get.
Right.
You might even struggle. My Lenovo Legion Go, and again, I have this thing has the Z1 processor, the new Xbox thing that's coming out. The one that's going to be around.
Z2. It has a Z2.
It has a Z2, but that's going to be like $900 anyway. So you're paying for it. But I have the Z1. It tells me when I go to play Call of Duty, update your graphics card, because it's an APU. It's not recognizing it. So are you even going to be able to play Call of Duty natively on this thing? We don't know yet. We don't know if they're going to patch it or upgrade it so it could work on this thing. I don't know. I just think a lot of people can do this right now and not have to wait. So to me, it's useless. It's not a big deal. And again, it's not going to play all your games natively, which is, a lot of these guys went on the internet over the course of a year or two, and they put out rumors. Oh, it's going to play your games natively. It's going to do this, do that. And then you're finding out it doesn't. I see a lot of confused people in all the comment sections and chat rooms about people talking about this thing. They think it's going to play all their Xbox games natively, and they're going to go out and buy it for $1,000. I think that needs to be clarified before people run out and spend money, because if you get people buying this thing,
also, yeah.
If you get people buying this thing at $900 to $1,000 and it doesn't give the people what they expect because they were hearing the wrong thing, you're going to get a lot more angry customers than you think. And it's Asus selling these things with an Xbox branding, not Xbox. And who's going to take the heat for this? Xbox.
Yeah.
So you better get that out there. You better straighten this out. You better they did a tutorial about Gears of War I saw the other night about how the Reloaded Edition is just an up-res version. And that's Xbox on their own YouTube channel. They need to make a video on their own YouTube channel explaining what the hell this thing is and what it does. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to buy this with the expectation that they're going to run their library, and it's not going to run any of that stuff.
Problem is, Perry, is that Asus has already gone out ahead of it and flat out said people were asking them on Twitter, X, whatever, and saying, "Oh, am I going to be able to play my Xbox games, PC Game Pass games?" Yep, that's what you're going to be able to play. I'm sorry to jump in. I'll wait my turn, but that was just I wanted to get that out there.
Cool. Now, listen, for Call of Duty, my wife has the Lenovo Legion Go as well. She logs into, xCloud or whatever, if they still call it that, I don't even know, or Game Pass, whatever. And she can stream Black Ops 6, no problem. It feels native. It's actually really good. Yeah. So as long as people temper their I know that's the word Xbox likes to use a lot. Temper their expectations.
Right.
And this thing isn't going to be $200. I see a lot of people said, "Oh yeah, it's going to be great at $199." It's like, what?
What crack are they smoking?
And I see people, "Oh, it's going to outsell the Steam Deck 2-1." I'm like, bro, like,
where?
You guys are fucking nuts. You're nuts.
Yeah.
You know,
there's no way. You can't even sell the console.
I don't want the slogan that says temper your expectations. I want a slogan that says we don't temper expectations, we destroy them.
No, I tell those people get off the damn drugs.
Speaking of a guy on the drugs, you're wicked hot. What is your take on this whole goddamn Asus?
Alrighty, let me at him.
Here, have a mouthful.
Oh, listen up here, folks. We're gonna talk about So for me, I've always just wanted that, like Perry was building off of. It's for me the handheld. It all matters with the games that I can bring with me. Everything else that they laid out that this handheld's offering is great, but for Play Anywhere titles, I only have a couple personally owned. Then I'd have to go through Game Pass, or I cloud share through Game Pass. And like Perry said, mostly all these machines can do that already. So if that's going to tickle your fancy, then maybe when this one comes out, you can grab the other one for a cheaper price. But I'm pretty sure Best Buy has the X1 Extreme one for like $900. So if that's like $800 or $900, so if that's the Z1 Extreme, where does that put the Z2? Considering they're not going to take a loss on the hardware. I think if it's $900 off for the Z1 Extreme, then I see this being $900 or $1,000, depending on how they want to handle it. It's just not worth it for me at this time. If I'm investing that much in a handheld, I'd like to know that I could boot it up, say it is with an Xbox experience, hit that Xbox button, just like it pops up on my screen on the TV, go to my games and apps, go to my games, my library, and start downloading them just one after another. But until that point, it's just too much of a buy-in for something I'm not entirely going to use all the time, where the Switch 2 is a little bit more convenient and better priced.
Price is paramount on this one too. That's
it
the
is.
Thing, right?
It is.
I think it's coming. I think it's going to come in steep. It's going to be the hardcore, and I'm with you guys, man. I'll take a wait and see. No,
didn't they say it was going to be a premium product anyway? When you use that word premium,
I'm seeing listing somewhere. Somebody had it listed. I don't know if it's fake, but $8.99.
That's for the ROG Ally right now.
Wow,
at $8.99.
Shit.
Yep.
God damn. It's gonna be more than my mortgage up here in Canada. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. This one could be 12. Imagine if it's $1,200. $1,200. That's US.
Buy a fucking super powered PC and run everything.
Well, I want to see how they run the Steam natively. I want to see how. I'm not gonna buy it right away, but I will get it once I hear reviews on it. If it's worth my while. I want to see. Can you play multiplayer without no glitching, no lagging, no nothing with other people online, or do co-op games with your friends on Xbox and PC in this ecosystem? You know, I want to see how it runs from reports and stuff like that on how it is. That's my most important thing right there, because I like playing with my friends, you know. And how does it run when you have a multiplayer game that's a Steam game that you can play with your friends? How does that work? I want to see if you're putting all the catches and all the things that you have with your Steam library and your Xbox library as far as the multiplayer. How does it work? Is it laggy? Is it sludgy? Is it sludgy? Sludgy. Oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? I want to see. I want to see.
It's not going to integrate both. It's not going to integrate both of the onlines for the. You're literally getting not a console, a handheld with an Xbox UI that will allow you to jump into your Steam library, not You're not like connected to Xbox Live while you're playing your Steam library.
But it's Windows 11 in the background. That's why you were able to do.
That's what mine does too. I mean, they all do that right now, except for the Steam Deck that uses Proton.
Yeah, but still, if you can play your multiplayer, I got games that I can play with my friends on Steam. We do it all the time.
Right?
Am I going to be able to play those same games with people on my Steam account?
If you're, it's exactly like a PC. So whatever you can do on PC, you can pretty much do with this thing.
Okay, I can live with that. But I still want to read on reviews of how their internet is when you load it.
Right.
Is it going to be a slow internet built in? That's going to be sluggish, or is it going to be a fast pickup with the circuitry in there that'll work with internet to make it go faster? It's like my cell phone. I can play in the cloud with my cell phone and play a multiplayer game with a friend on my Xbox. If the connectivity works good that time. I usually don't play my phone games with my Wi-Fi hooked up. I usually use cloud gaming on my phone when I'm out somewhere.
Right. And
I use my data. I got 5G in Chicagoland area. 5G works really good. Now, if somebody in a bad area, it ain't gonna work as good. It's gonna be sluggish. You know how that works. Sometimes you got to be in a good area with your 5G. I don't have a problem with cloud on my phone. So I mean, I just hope they put the performance and the Wi-Fi ability also. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I'm not gonna jump into somebody's Wi-Fi. I'm gonna use my hotspot on my phone, which is 5G. Most people are gonna do that for the security aspect of running it, because you don't want to run that on some stranger's, Wi-Fi. Them things get hacked.
A lot of them don't come with cellular anymore because, SIM cards are pretty much built into phones now.
Right.
So, I mean, the Vita tried it and it really didn't work out. So they cut that model, if you guys remember.
N-Gage.
Yep.
Oh, I love my N-Gage. Shut up.
Yo, I had Tony Hawk in my N-Gage.
Hey, they got Tomb Raider for N-Gage.
I had Tomb Raider in my N-Gage. Oh, yeah.
Y'all have Super Monkey Ball?
No.
I got other platforms, not N-Gage. I don't have an N-Gage. Yeah.
But I love my Nokia N-Gage. That thing was awesome.
Nokia N-Gage. That fucking thing had more buttons than an 800-pound woman's fucking thing.
Look like a taco when it came out.
I just thought about something. Wiki had a system that was out before he was born. He had an N-Gage.
Whoa. What year do you think I was fucking born, Sir X-Man? Like, what the fuck?
Sir X-Man, you can even go to like
none of the old school games we did, so obviously.
Well, yeah, for the record, I was born in the early 90s. So eat my ass, Sir X-Man. I had an N-Gage.
Well, Sir X-Man, you can even go to Best Buy. They have the ROG Ally on display, not the Xbox one.
I've seen them up close and personal. I've seen them.
Yeah, you can check them out.
Go to display and play it.
We got a super chat coming in from our good friend DE, who's in the chat. What's going on, DE? He drops $10. Go ahead, take it away, Game Complainers. 90
more super chats, and you got the handheld. 89 to go.
There you go. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, let's get on that. Let's go. We'll send one directly to Perry. Then he can do a demonstration where he smashes it with a sledgehammer.
You know what? I want to say something. I literally smashed a brand new Series X with a sledgehammer last year.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody watched the damn video, but some guy faked it, and he got like, I don't know, 3.5 million freaking tweets or whatever. It's like, you can't win.
Yeah,
you gotta just make shit up.
This whole shit's weird, man. This YouTube thing, I've been at this now forever, and I still gotta figure it out.
And it was one of the ones that came into your shop to get repaired, and you said you couldn't fix it.
It was brand new and sealed.
Wow.
Yeah,
someone in the chat room super chatted us enough money to cover it because they wanted to see it get smashed. We did it. KMMA. Shout out to KMMA.
Yeah, and you destroyed a table in the process.
Yeah, by accident. I was just about the table and the Xbox.
Y'all already know that this system is just a prelude for what the software they want to put into the next one. The next main console. That's all it is, dude.
Yeah, they're just sipping the tip.
If there is a main console.
Sticking the
There's going to be another.
That's the only thing wrong with that video.
No.
Hey, your buddy's Asus will make it. How about that?
That's it.
I was
That's
just
it,
going to say the
Rex, man.
same thing.
It's
Barry-
dead. Get the shovel
Hey
out.
guys, none of your library's coming
Barry-
over. PC anywhere. Go ahead.
Kerry, you know what you should do is you should go back and re-edit that video, cut it into a shorter clip of the best parts, and then kind of put it on a little bit of a loop, and then add the song by Peter Gabriel, Sledgehammer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be back.
Hey, and say this is what Tim Dog did to his Xbox.
Oh,
Hey, it's portable. Now I can take it places in 50 pieces.
Hey, Tim Dog, if you hear this later, you know I'm just making fun of you, bro. You know you cool.
Oh,
with
he's
me,
coming
man.
after you. He heard that and he's angry.
I
now.
know.
Yeah,
He's
he's
already
already
trying to get Tim Dog back on here.
You know what? Tim Dog will probably say, X-Man was right.
Next Xbox is the PlayStation 6. He's not fucking wrong.
nope.
Ooh.
No, this whole thing with
That's what
this
Rex man
fucking
will get.
with this fucking ROG Ally Xbox, because it's not an Xbox, it's a ROG Ally with fucking UI. Let's get that straight. This is them, dipping their toes in the water to license the name out to third-party hardware. I said it earlier. It's like I put up, and I was joking about it. I put it up on Twitter earlier, where there's a picture of the at-game Sega Genesis. It's licensed. Does that make that a real Sega Genesis? No, I actually own one. Outside of the sound emulation, it functions like like a Genesis. But this is the same shit. This is them washing their hands of actually doing Microsoft made hardware.
Yep.
The whole thing of this whole fucking handheld and just seeing these guys just glaze this thing, it's like Perry was saying, you can do everything they're stating that this can do right now with a ROG Ally as it is. You're just you got Windows 11 running in the background. You're gonna put an Xbox UI on it and then put a fucking sticker and a button and call it an Xbox. This is like, I don't understand it. And then the functionality. When I saw Asus come out ahead of everything and say, no, it's going to be PC Game Pass titles and play anywhere, it's like, how much harder can you shoot yourself in the foot? I mean, seriously, it's like
download those games that I got on my
phone. I mean, for the life of me, I can't understand, especially with guys like us, old school Xbox guys, we've got big fucking libraries. The fact that you're telling us nope. So basically, you're telling your ecosystem, your fan base, people who buy into your console space here, that no, the games you've already spent money on, which by the way, we're going to start charging you more for here real quick, and we can see that with the Outer Worlds 2 pre-ordering at $80 already. Not only have you spent your hard-earned money on your library, you're going to have to do it again. And then you can't even use your Xbox Game Pass. What you have on your console at home right now, you can't use. You have to have PC Game Pass. Because guess what, guys? This is a handheld fucking PC. Are you kidding me? And then you got the guys out there glazing it, going on about, oh, now the Xbox can play PlayStation games. It's like you can already do that.
No. If you buy a game already and you don't have Game Pass, you can still have the Game Pass app on your system without having Game Pass. It'll just register you as an Xbox Live
PC
customer.
Game Pass. PC Game Pass.
You can do that with regular. You can do that.
Asus has already gone out and said what it's going to use.
Yeah, we'll
Asus,
see.
the company that is manufacturing the device.
Wait,
is
Sir X-Man, or what you're saying, that if you unsubscribe from the PC Game Pass, that you can still open the Game Pass up on the handheld?
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Right. As long as you're gonna have an account, it doesn't have to be.
He's saying like
it doesn't have to. Let me finish, please.
I'm sorry, bro.
You can still have the regular app, just like you have it on your phone. You don't have to be with that. If you have a gold account, you can open it up. But if you have an owned game that happens to also be in Game Pass that you paid for on the console, but you don't have Game Pass, you just got their regular 12-year subscription, you can play that game because it's a play anywhere title. So you can still play that game.
Yeah, if you own it.
if you own it.
Yeah.
If you own it. So okay. Well, that makes I guess the damage a little better.
Yeah.
I guess
it's like I bought Shadow Warriors 3, right? And some other games. I ain't getting into the other games. But I bought Shadow Warriors 3 before it came in the Game Pass, right? So the minute it launched in the Game Pass, I loaded it and it told me all my own games that were play anywhere. It doesn't have to be an Xbox Game Pass or nothing like that. If you have a regular subscription, of the full year, you can still play the game and download it to PC.
Yeah. But then the caveat is it has to be play anywhere then.
Yeah,
so
it has to be.
You still have to have the Game Pass subscription to access the other stuff.
Right, the $79 1 year, right.
Right. But let's be clear, and I'm not, and actually to answer, Percolator's question here, he just asked if Ultimate comes with PC. That I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, Ultimate comes with PC.
Yeah, so Ultimate is okay. So then, if you have Ultimate, all right. So then,
you're good.
But you either have to have Ultimate or PC Game Pass.
Yeah,
you have to have either that, or you have to have Play Anywhere titles. It's still very limiting.
There's a lot of games that are Play Anywhere, Proto. There's a lot of games, but they don't really advertise it as much.
Yeah, but it ain't
people really own a lot of Play Anywhere games though. That's the whole thing too.
Yeah, people do, but they don't know about. They don't advertise this part where you don't have to have Game Pass to do that. All you need is to just download the Game Pass app, and you just go down and look at. It has a section on there where play the games that you own, if they're Play Anywhere. And you can just play it. Download it to your PC and play.
So you've got a bunch of hoops and caveats to jump.
They don't tell you about. You can have the regular
which you would think that they would get ahead of that, right? To obviously not make this so confusing, because
they want everybody to buy Game Pass Ultimate.
Well, right, for sure, I get that. I get because, and that's the thing. Not only are you going to spend possibly $1,000 on some co-branded hardware, because that's what this is. It's not a dedicated Xbox. This is licensed co-branding, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then you're going to tell people on top of that, by the way, you also have to pay $25 right now. It's probably going to go up a month just to access the games you want to play. But this is the Xbox branded handheld.
Yeah, but with that you won't get the EA access to download and everything. Actually, if you own the game in the EA store on the PC and it happens to be part of it, you can it will integrate into your EA thing and just go to the Xbox app for quick play. It will do that.
Right? It's still a whole lot of hoops that they aren't really getting to anybody.
Uh-oh. It's a bazooka.
One quarter of the price and just as nice.
No,
there it is. And it's a remote player.
Oh, Portal. Well,
yeah, baby.
Have fun using that away from your console.
Yeah. How sticky is
you
it?
You can use it on your console.
Yeah, you can use it anywhere.
You can use it without the console.
I heard they updated it. Yeah, they updated it. Yeah.
Yeah. You betcha. I love it.
Just a whole lot of workarounds for somebody to go spend damn near $1,000 to tell somebody, hey, look, my Xbox device can now play a PlayStation PC game.
That runs at like 28 FPS or 25 FPS. Yeah, it's not even going to run it at full speed.
Until somebody unplugs your PlayStation at home, you're like, what happened?
Jesus. Here, I'll show you the best one that they need to bring back. They should make a sequel to this one, baby. Come on.
RWK, take care, buddy.
Everybody take care. We ain't leaving yet.
Yep.
Oh, they need to bring this puppy back right here, baby. Bring that baby
there
back.
It is.
Let's go. Come on. The legend right there. They need to bring that back. That's form, function, and fucking sexiness right there.
Yeah.
I want the Game Gear back.
Right here.
Form, function, and sexiness are right there.
I love my Game Gear. We need the Game.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, too bad fucking Sony fucking didn't support the
one
Vita the
Vita.
way they should have.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the original. That's the OLED,
nice.
right? Yeah, the OLED was really nice.
Here's two Vitas.
Yeah, I didn't like the digital.
I got the Vita TV right here.
I missed the disc. I missed the one with the disc.
Oh,
that
the
one was
PSP?
awesome. Yeah,
PSP?
the PSP was awesome.
That was a cool. I remember when that came out, man. I was super stoked. I had the launch. I had the launch version of that. It was so fucking.
And you had those sliding controllers for the joystick.
Yep, and the movies.
Oh man, the VMUs. Fuck, I had a shit ton of those. First movie it actually came with it came with a copy. Mine came with I don't remember if it had a game, but it came with a VMU of Spider-Man 2.
I don't remember because I still have the launch PSP. I think I just bought the base thing. I don't remember a game coming with it. I think it had the demo disc. But yeah, back when they actually gave a shit about
Oh my god, he's got him.
Look at that.
It's the PlayStation TV. Holy shit, I haven't seen that in forever.
Bro, I almost bought one of those back in the day.
I got this on Best Buy. Was getting rid of them for like $20. That was like the
I
controller.
Wow.
Never letting them go.
Yeah,
Well, now you can hack it and you can download whatever you want on these things. So
Here we go. Him saying hacking something again.
I mean, you have to. The games are insane.
I know.
You know, we've been officially branded a pony podcast. I'm sure, right?
I'm the only one.
but by now, right?
Yeah, we're all like
Well,
positive.
they're mentioning about Xbox. They're just ponies.
I'm in here with a bunch of ponies. Lord help me, Jesus.
I don't know. I must hate Xbox so much I bought one of these fucking things.
What is it? An Xbox 27 times? No, I'm just kidding.
No, the fucking.
He coming close, ain't he?
Huh?
That the fridge.
What do you got there, buddy? What is that, Newfie? A
You
bazooka?
can't fucking see the goddamn green screen. Hang on.
It's a cock.
It's a mini fridge.
Who's snorting cock?
Oh, I knew when you got that.
It is the mini fridge.
All these fucking things, you know.
Took me a second.
Is that where you keep all your beers for your hockey game?
Oh,
Yes,
my
sir.
God.
I
He
knew it.
gave his Xbox a Bluetooth.
Hey,
That's why
that
it's so big.
Xbox does more work than the other one does.
You know what? It's got exclusives. It's called drinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fridge got
Oh,
more
my
exclusive.
goodness.
They're called drinks. Hey, man. Spider-Man.
Yeah, they'll make a fridge for you to buy, but they won't make a custom console.
They
for you to buy
sure.
because
buy
they
an
give them
Asus
away.
ROG Ally.
They
Do
give
it,
them
do it
away
now.
the influence.
I won.
Did
They
you hear
make
what I said,
custom
dude?
condoms for the Xbox. Come on.
Nah, let's be real though, real quick. We talked about they make custom fridges and they're toasters for people to buy, but they won't make custom consoles for people to buy. That bothers me.
That's because they don't give a fuck about you, Sir X-Man.
That's
They don't
right.
give a fuck about none of us. They've had some beautiful ass custom consoles, dude.
Take
But
it from
you
me
can't-
and all
but
the
we
Disney
can't do
people. They don't give a shit about you.
People barely got the Halo one.
Bring your
dude.
child support.
I got two of those Halo ones right
I
behind
knew
me.
you did. I knew you did.
All right, we got another super chat coming in before we end the show. Here comes in courtesy of our good friend RWK. He's going to jump out, and we'll catch the rest of this tomorrow. He drops $1.99.
Yes, sir.
This is a great show. I will listen again tomorrow. Fire. Thank you.
Thanks, RWK. I always
Thank you.
appreciate you guys being here. You're awesome. Yeah, we're going to get ready to close this. We are
This
past the
show was full of Xbox hate, you ponies.
Xbox.
For God's sake.
Yeah,
You
that's right.
Hey, I'm a Nintendo now.
I know, right?
Sir X,
Yeah,
Sir
right.
X-Man's got the old I don't even know what the hell it is. I was gonna say the ball.
We're the Nintendopes now. The Nintendopes.
Yep.
You imagine Nintendopes? All right, we got to bring in a couple celebrities here, so I got to go get them. They're in the background, guys. We got Arnold, we got Cletus, we got Safe House Sam. They are ready to take any and all of your questions right now. Keep them short, keep them quick, send them along, or get kicked in the dick. Let's go. Put them in the chat. Pal, you got anything? Any questions?
Yeah, Arnold, what do you think about the Xbox Asus ROG Ally X?
Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, first of all, that name alone, I mean, I'm trying to pronounce it with my accent in this fucking time. Listen to me now. The ROG Xbox ROG Ally X. What the fuck is that? I mean, you know, it's like, can you not shorten it up and just call it the Ally X? For fuck's sake, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I swear to say. I mean, I don't like it. First of all, the thing looks gigantic. I mean, what the kind of hands you're gonna have on you? You're gonna need to be like troll hands off of the Lord of the Rings to hold on to the damn thing. It's getting bigger and bigger. That portability is supposed to be about having something small in your hands, and of course, Sir X-Man would know all about that. So that's what it is all about here. I don't like it. I don't think it's going to sell very well. Of course, all the people are going to jump on it, of course. They do a review on the channels, and of course, they're going to kiss Phil Spencer's ass, and they're probably going to get a couple of them for free, all that kind of shit.
Hey, Cletus, what did you think of the Sony State of Play showcase?
It sucked.
Well, he's feeling in there. I fell asleep 5 minutes in, so I can't really comment on shit I don't see. As a matter of fact, I don't see half the shit that my wife does because I'm always doing it with the lights out. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just disappointed because I'm waiting for Jack and Daxter. I'm waiting for some of them fucking games to come back. But it makes all these games as a service. You got, they didn't learn their lesson for Concord, and now they're about making something called, what the fuck's it called? The Bungie guys are making one called Marathon. Well, the only fucking marathon that's good around my parts is like the one that girl just set the world record where she fucking screwed 1,000 guys in a week or some fucking thing. I thought, goddamn, she must have been rawer than a pig's ass. Like that, seriously, man. How's it go? We got a super chat coming in for RWK. He's dropping another one for yo's.
Arnold, would you settle for a robot maid since the California drama?
Christ almighty, what the fuck is wrong with everybody in California? I mean, what the hell? First everything is on fire, and now you're setting shit on fire. Like, what the fuck is going on out there? It's craziness. I know I would take any maids right now. As a matter of fact, I'd make love to the minute maid. I'm going to move out of here. I'm going to buy a nice beach hacienda somewhere on the East Coast. Get away from all of this crying and whining and bitching and complaining and protest this and protest that. Honest to God. Go settle down, eat some cornflakes, check your prostate. I don't know what the fuck you're going to do, but honest to God, it's getting crazy here. This world is going absolutely bananas, and there's not enough monkeys.
Arnold's over here talking about his prostate. He hasn't checked it since the 1980s because he was shooting up too many damn roids. Then he wants to get out of California. How about you come on over to Minnesota, and then I'll show you a real state, you pansy.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll show you where a real banana goes.
Yeah, hey, if you turn that ROG Ally X upside down with those Xbox handles, a couple of those Xbox guys might like it.
I'll take one of those. I'm going to shove it up your asshole sideways. Be ROG Ally, all right. You're gonna need a lot of Game Pass for the big sore ass. Is what you're gonna need.
Hey, Cletus, I heard you was the secret character in Baby Steps.
Oh God, that game.
Game of the year.
Cletus said, and I'm always a secret. I'm a secret character in every game. As a matter of fact, I'm so secret that I crawls in next to your mommy at bedtime. That's what I do. I'm like a cheat code. I'm ready to roll, baby. That's right. I'm ready to dance, drop my pants, let's rock and roll. I keep out of your closet. You call me you know what? When you're thinking about the boogeyman, I am the boogeyman. I get you done, and I have some fun. Let's go. Bring on the old babies. Let's go. If the lips is hanging, I'm a banging. Let's go.
We have one from Talos Ray for Arnold. Hey, Arnold, are you playing the Gears of War beta this weekend?
Of course I'm playing the Beers of War. Beers of War. Of course I'm Beers of War. I like that. That'll be a great game. We should make that one, the Beers of War. No, of course I'm going to be playing the beta. Of course I'm going to be, I wish I could play myself. I think I would be an awesome character into the game. going around. It'd be fantastic. But, well, of course, they had the Terminators in there before, but they want to get, it should be me. It should be the T-800, not the endoskeleton. But, yes, it would be a lot of fun to be in the game and to play it. I want to do it. I'm going to challenge all you guys one-on-one. Let's come out there. I'm going to kick your ass and curb stomp your teeth into the grindstone.
Hey, Safe House. If you were in Death Stranding 2, would you find you a little shed and make some moonshine?
Man, if you fucking mother cock asses here, I fucking played Death Stranding. I fucking ain't leaving the fucking intro level. Honest fuck, I ain't walking. First of all, I ain't fucking walking. My feet get sore and my balls get itchy. Second of all, I ain't taking ladders and shit and fucking people's fucking mail when there ain't nobody around for fucking hundreds of miles at a time, all right? That shit falls in the river, that fucking shit can float down the stream. I don't give a fucking shit. First of all, I've been fucking shitting my fucking pants. If I gotta walk through acid fucking rain and then some fucking gooey ass motherfucker pops up into the goddamn ground, grabs my ankles, I'm fucking hollering. I'm getting the hell in the dog. You know what I'm saying? That fucking shit's creepy. Did you even see what happens when one of them fucking BTs, if you don't get it during a time and something that fucking that blows up, fucking causes a gigantic goddamn crater? That fucking shit's scary. That game is fucked up, man. Let me tell you. But all I had to do was sit Norma Reedus in there fucking pissing and shit in the fucking shower and then fucking making hand grenades. What the fuck is this shit? What the hell? I mean, that is one of the most fucked up games I've ever played in my life. Not to even mention it's a goddamn giant fetus in a fucking ball. And he's looking at you with them fucking big ass beady eyes. And he's like, hey! And he's drawing all them fucking people out of the fucking ground. And then you're running away and this motherfucker's coming at you with fucking batons and all that fucking shit. That's the meantime. You still got to deliver the mail. Like, what is this, the American Postal fucking Service? What kind of fucking game was that? It was developed by some fucking weirdo. That's what that fucker was. God damn.
Add on real quick. Hey, Safe House. Are you ready for a big 3-year-old baby to walk around on your chest?
Damn.
What?
No, but I'm about
Yes,
ready.
that's
I'm about ready to fucking open up a can of fucking pussy. And I'm about ready to put a 3-year-old embryo in there. That's what's going on. I bake my motherfuckers. These shit's ready to go. My fucking sperm comes up with legs, baby. They walk right to the trench. They go right up in there.
Right.
They shout. They let people know they're coming. That's why she opens the doors. Every girl that I get, she popping up, baby, because I'm telling you, there ain't no stopping this fucking Incredible Hulk super sperm that I'm fucking blowing up the trench. You know what I'm saying?
Safe House Sam's got swimmers, baby. God damn.
Fucking swimmers. No motherfucking bench pressing 800 pounds before you even get that.
Fucking sweet baby Jesus. That's what you
gotta
get
have at least 100 babies.
Cousins.
I got fucking more kids than fucking McDonald's got hamburgers. You know what I'm saying?
You don't call McDonald's hamburgers aren't really hamburgers. You know that, right?
No, it's probably some kind of fucking dead roadkill fucking smashed into a patty. Is what that fucking thing. Even the goddamn French fries starting to taste like fucking formaldehyde off the fucking dead gas. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking what the hell? Don't even ask me how I know all this fucking shit.
You play Death Stranding. That's how you know that shit.
Yeah, if you play fucking Death Stranding, you go in normal, you come out fucked the fuck up. Yeah.
Wow,
you do so much walking out of goddamn control, you actually fucking relate your time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, by the time you make it sound like by the time you find something to do, the battery is dead on the controller.
Pretty much, you ain't fucking wrong, man. I'm telling you. All right. Great stuff, guys. All right, let's get ready to end the show now. Let's get out of here. Of course, all the links and to everybody's channels and their social media is in the description inside the podcast chat. So please, by all means, if you've been here tonight and you like the show, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like the show, hey, thumb us down, give us a comment, whatever. We're just trying to entertain at the end of the day. It's all jokes. It's all good times. Our opinions are just that. Their opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. And we certainly have a few of ours. They're not always popular, but they are what they are. And but they do come from the heart. They're just very heartfelt opinions. Sometimes I think they're pretty well on. Sometimes, maybe they're a little bit extravagant. But that's all part of Gaming After Dark, man. So we're just here having a great time. The chat's been absolutely amazing. Good to see Mental 9R in the chat, brother. Thanks for being here. He just finished Doom. The Dark Ages, freaking epic. Love the game. I can't. What? Can't see how it won't be his game of the year. Well, that's awesome. That's good to know. Let's get out of here. Let's start with Wicked Hat. Where can people find you, my brother?
You guys know where to find me, baby. Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. But the most important place you can find me is Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. Gaming After Dark, baby. Whoop, whoop.
You forgot one more.
Oh,
Sunday morning, buddy.
Find me whooping that ass cowboy style Sunday mornings with Sir X-Man, the yin and the yang of the bowling industry. Oh, wow. Just me and him headbanging for 2 hours.
Yeah.
That was Down with a Sickness, man.
Oh, hell yeah. But we'd be headbanging for at least 2 hours.
Down with the sickness. All right, Sir X-Man, people want to know, find your old crusty ass.
Well, if they got a Dragon's Den Sunday, I'm a Saturday at 5:00. I'll be there. I will be on with Boomstick on Thursday at 11:00 my time. That'd be noon your East Coast time.
Cool.
And then Sunday bowling with the Wicked One. And back here, Tuesday, same bad time, same bad channel. Unless there's an Oilers game.
Right. Just curious, experts, where's K-Meg at these days? I haven't seen much of him lately.
Cool.
Oh, we did a show. We did a 3-hour show earlier today. I just jumped into his thing on Discord. But I talked to him about it. What,
are you guys still doing the Friday night shows or no?
Nah, that's gone. He just does special. We did one Sunday too.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
yeah, but we did do a GRG on Sunday for the
I think even Mav's got his fun speculation podcast kind of on hold too, doesn't he?
I think he came back. Okay.
I haven't seen much from him the last while. He was a busy boy for a while. All right, but anyway, ProtoFoxy, let people know where they can catch up with you, my brother.
Oh, hell, y'all know where to find me. And if you don't, it's all in the links in the description below. Much love to the chat, as always. You know where you're going to find me every Tuesday night here on Gaming After Dark.
And then after that, he's back on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's on Twitter or on the shitter. Let's go.
That's right. Sometimes both.
Sometimes both. Perry, as always, you're one of the busiest men that I know when it comes to podcasting and impromptu streams, the whole 9 yards. So let people know what's up for you next.
You can find me here every Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Also every Wednesday between 9:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern, my channel, the GameComplainers, with the GameComplainers podcast with myself, Frank, Fred, and Anthony. Anthony won't be on tomorrow, so if any one of you guys wants to jump on, just let me know. You guys have the Discord. You can jump in whenever. I don't care.
Gotcha.
I don't have you on Discord yet.
I'll give you the Discord. So tomorrow, it's just me, Frank, and I think Fred's going to be on, but maybe late. I forgot what he told me. So we're going to talk about this whole thing and dial it up to 10. So we'll see what happens there.
Nice.
Oh, I'll just play bowling.
There you go.
Now you send me the link. I might show up, bro.
Yeah, and you guys know where to find me, always in the gutter. We're back here with these fine gentlemen each and every Tuesday night on Gaming After Dark. We may not be here next week, depending on how if Perry wants to take the show on his channel again, by all means, but I might not be here next week.
I told you he was going to have you do it again. I told you.
I'm good.
It depends on how my Oilers go. I'm not missing my Oilers, man. They're in the fucking Stanley Cup
This
Finals.
is important. This is important.
Right. Important. It's
Serious business.
Serious business.
There's no joke when it comes to fucking hockey in Canada.
I know, right?
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
As Americans, bro, we know that.
That's like me if I had to watch a White Sox game and during the
You know what's funny, Newf? I'm not the biggest hockey fan, so I don't know this, but I was hanging out with my hockey friend, and he was like, I was like, my buddy, the host of the show, he's from like Alberta, and he's like, oh, is he? And he instantly went to, is he a Calgary fan? And I'm like, oh no, he's not a Calgary fan. I was like, why would he be a Calgary fan? He's like, he said that some people around your area are or
No,
be?
mostly south
No?
of me. Where I'm at, it's predominantly Edmonton and Oilers. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I just didn't understand the
Edmonton,
demographics.
Edmonton is the capital of Alberta, and it's
Okay.
largely an Oiler province. I mean, being that they're one of the most popular teams and one of the biggest revenue teams in the NHL. So yeah, it's predominantly Oilers out here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and did you guys know the United States, and speaking of hockey, they actually won the World Championships this year, the IIHF World Championships. And guess who they had to beat this time to win? They beat Switzerland.
Wow.
Canada got knocked out this year by fucking Denmark.
What the flip?
In a 2-1. Canada was winning 1-0 with like a couple minutes to go, and Denmark beat them. Like, it was one of the biggest upsets in hockey history this year. And we had like the who's who of people. We had like Sidney Crosby and Nathan McKinnon. We had one of the best teams we've sent over there in like probably a decade, and they fucking got trounced by fucking Denmark.
It's Switzerland. I thought they were more known for skiing, not hockey, man.
Yeah, that is true. They are big for that, but they're actually coming along pretty good in hockey too.
Wow, that's like the Jamaican bobsled team, right?
Oh God!
Feel the rhythm, feel the ride. Come on, everybody! It's gaming after dark time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we changed that up. It's toast strudel, yeah.
That's German.
It's German, isn't it?
Yeah,
I know. I wanted to change it up. I didn't want to do the other one.
Oh man.
Toast strudel.
Alrighty. Anyway, we'll see you back here like possibly next week. We'll keep you posted. In the meantime, just depends on how the Stanley Cup Finals go. But you guys take care. Have yourself a great night. We'll see you back next week. Thanks everybody for coming out to the chat and enjoying the show. And until then, guys, game on.
Peace.
Much love.
Hasta la vista.